Cheers, everybody. Tuesday night live stream. We are back at it again. This is going to be a killer night. We got basically part A, part B, chapter 1, chapter 2. So it's going to be a lot of fun. We've got David Jennings, Rare Bird 101, on with us tonight. Me and Toby are going to talk to David about everything Rare Bird 101, from Patreons to picks to past picks to what's available to meetups, all this great stuff. So he can't stay long, so I want to get him up here, and we just want to learn about what's going on in his whiskey world, because, I've told him many times how much we are fans of him. So with that being said, here is the David Jennings. Cheers, buddy.
What's up, man?
Hey, man, thanks for doing this, brother. Appreciate you doing it last minute kind of thing, but hey, we all want to hear what's going on.
Hey, no problem. Happy to do it.
Cheers, Toby.
Good evening.
So awesome, what have you guys got in your glass?
I have a Wake County Russell's pick on this glass from 25, bottled in August of 25, and I've got an older single barrel Kentucky Spirit from 23. So
cool.
Just go back and forth there a little bit.
Well, with it being National Bottled and Bond Day.
Well, I thought about that.
Because it's funny. They have a national day for everything.
Yeah.
So we've already got a bourbon day, and there's probably a whiskey day, and there's, who knows, Scotch day, who knows.
Every day's bottled day at my house.
That's right.
So because of that, I decided I would pour one of the only two Bottled and Bond expressions from Wild Turkey. So this is Master's Keep Bottled and Bond. It's a 17-year, came out 2020, if I remember right. And one of my favorite in the Master's Keep series, definitely top 5, maybe even top 3, but just a fantastic expression. The other one, for those wondering, is American Spirit, which was released in 2007. So that was the other Wild Turkey Bottled and Bond. And that was 15 years. This is 17, of course.
Gotcha. What about you, Tobe? What are you doing? You sipping yet? Or are you taking it easy?
You've
got a big night ahead of you. Just warning you.
I know. But, with David being on, I got 2 local Russell's picks. One's a 9 years, 6 month Camp Nelson E. The other one's a 9 years, 9 months Camp Nelson F.
Awesome.
Oh, great. Yeah, lots of good Camp Nelson picks this year. I mean, there were some great Tyrones too, especially the M's, but the D's lately, the C and D's, have really been scratching an itch for me. But I like the C and A's and the C and E's and the C and F's as well.
This one's a Tyrone M, now that you say that.
Tyrone M, I mean, especially earlier in the year last year, when those things started rolling out, I was seriously impressed. Yeah. And I thought that was going to be the best we were going to get for the year. And then I tasted some of the Camp Nelson stuff, later in the year, and I'm like, well, I don't know, maybe now these are great. But I've got several Camp Nelson barrels about to drop. I've got one that's a collaboration with Bourbon Barrels, which benefits End Alzheimer's. And then I've got 4 other barrels. All of these are through Keg and Bottle. Thanks, Keg and Bottle. But we've got 2 C&Ds and 2 C&Es about to drop with that C&E for End Alls. So calling it the year of Camp Nelson is kind of a sequel to the 2024's year of Tyrone. I had a year of Tyrone theme. Hold on, I'll grab it. Just a second.
Yeah. I want to see. Kevin O'Malley, cheers. Dave, the kitty.
Should have come more prepared. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
But I literally just left the dinner table. So, but this was the year of Tyrone. I missed this pick because I had food poisoning. So I was stuck in my hotel room in Lexington, Kentucky, dying.
Oh, no.
And everybody else had a blast. And Eddie was there. I mean, I missed Bruce and Eddie. And the good news is the Russell's Renegades, my Patreon supporters that showed up, they had a blast.
Yeah.
And they picked just some epic barrels. So this is year of Tyrone. We've got year of Camp Nelson coming. So it's kind of a similar design, but different with the holographic colors. And these were through Keg and Bottle, and those will be through Keg and Bottle as well. And again, that End Alzheimer's pick.
Let me ask you too a question about these Russells before I forget it. Toby, I know the way you shop and take care of the family and everybody, and David with the picks you're doing and stuff you're seeing. Are you seeing these Russell's picks coming down in price a little bit all of a sudden? Have y'all noticed that? Maybe $10?
You know, not really. I mean, it's always been a geographical thing as far as what I've seen.
Okay, that makes sense then.
So, I mean, I see some states selling Russell's picks for $60. I see some selling them for $70. I see $80. I even see $90 picks.
Sure.
So I think it has more to do with the location. If you go to a control state, you're probably going to see a more, appropriate value as far as what the brand has determined it should be. What do you pay, Marty?
$79.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Well, maybe I'm wrong about that.
It's North Carolina. It has to be a Wake County pick. And, there's when Wake County does a pick, they're doing, I'm assuming, multiple barrels to get all these stores covered. So it's kind of a crapshoot. This was the only one I bought last year that I can remember from Wake County that I saw. So it only came out once. Or they only did a Russell's pick last year one time, and it's really good. I like it, but I'm always kind of skeptical because I don't know just like with any control state, you don't know who's picking it. You don't know, how many you got. Or, do I need to go try to find one that's a little bit different that somebody could tell you, hey man, this is just a banger of a bottle. But no, I'm tickled. At 79, it's worth the risk for me. I think that's fine, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, there was a period of time there where it seemed like 90 was the new norm. In South Carolina, I see them 75-ish or so. I think the last pick I did for South Carolina was a couple months ago, and it just came out about, I don't know, I'd say two months ago or so, and it was a Camp Nelson D for Rack House 76 in Chapin, South Carolina. And I think, if I remember right, he had it priced at $72.99.
Oh man!
So not too bad. So it just depends on where you're at. But then again, if it's a great barrel, sometimes that expense just washes away because it was like that was totally worth it. And so when I do these picks, I try to, and I bring folks with me. Of course, the Rack House was sample based, and I did that one by myself. But the other picks I do more 9 times out of 10, especially if it's an on-site pick. I'm bringing Russell's Renegades, my group, with me, they do a hell of a job. So we've had some great picks this year from not just Wild Turkey, but from a lot of different distilleries. Very happy with how the last 12 months have gone as far as picks go.
Well, I'm going to tell you this. I know the Jimmy Red we did was a banger in January of last year. That thing was special.
Yeah, that I honestly believe, and I'm not saying that because I was involved with it. This is all Ann and Scott. I honestly believe that to date is the best barrel that's rolled out of Highwire.
For multiple reasons. Age was one of them.
Age and proof were both up there, but it was just a good barrel, it tasted great.
Yeah.
It was the oldest at the time. It was 7 years and like 124 proof, if I remember right, which was the oldest and highest proof that they had released at that time. But this was the barrel that SLB Drinks tasted in a blind lineup, and it ended up like killing everything. And just a phenomenal barrel. Seriously, I mean, I would love to find another one like it. I did another pick. It got close. It didn't quite top that one, but it got close. It had that same kind of darkness to it. But that first one just had a nice balance of oak and sweetness. And I just, very, very impressed with what Ann and Scott are doing there in Charleston.
So,
home team.
David,
have you tried?
If you're out shopping,
I know
hit some different liquor stores and that, and you see, Russell's picks out there. Mm-hmm. What are some of the things you look for? You flip that label around. What are some of the things you're looking for? At the local mom and pop liquor store.
When it comes to Russell's picks specifically, I'm looking for things I haven't tasted yet. So, if there's a warehouse location that I have not tried for that particular run, or a floor, for example, like maybe there's fourth and fifth floor picks. I mean, you're not seeing that as much as we used to with Russell's. I mean, you're pretty much consistently seeing fourth floor. I've seen some variants in the rye picks. The ryes I've seen third floor, and I've seen fifth floor. I've seen some variants there, but for the most, when it comes to Russell's picks nowadays, they're usually in that center floor. There are, like, again, there's always a little exceptions there. So I'm looking for something different. I'm looking for something that just, is something I don't currently have. Sometimes I may just pick one up for the hell of it. Like, I'm not seeing anything else that's drawing my attention, but, I want to leave with something and support the store. So, if I grab a Russell's pick, can't really go wrong. But I will say that I was really impressed in 2025 with the shelf Russell's Reserve single barrel, because one thing that people don't think about is that they think that picks are just innately special because they're picks. And I'm not saying that Russell's picks aren't special, because they are many times. But if you just grab the shelf bottle and you put it in a blind with some picks from the same time period, don't be surprised if that shelf bottle beats picks, all the picks, some of the picks, whatever. So, they're consistently choosing great barrels for the shelf non-private select bottle. So if you're in an area that they don't sell Russell's picks, or if you find it prohibitively expensive to have them shipped to you, or maybe you just have had, maybe not so great experiences for some reason because your palate's different and you want to give it another go, try the shelf bottle. I think it's probably, arguably the best for the value, the best Russell's product on the shelf. The best turkey value on the shelf is arguably Rare Breed. But, if people ask me, hey, I want to get into what, like, especially if they're getting into whiskey and they've kind of got some experience under the belt, and they say, hey, I've been looking to get into wild turkey. What do you think I should get? I mean, I usually tell them Rare Breed and Russell's Reserve single barrel. I mean, unless they just happen to be an area where you can find the 1018 year, which is always a good recommendation because it's just that classic, expression that, Jimmy started with. But more often than not, Rare Breed and Russell's single barrel is where I point them.
Makes sense.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Which one? Damn, my brain's quit. Is it the 10-year last year? That was the one that we thought had 15, correct? I got a story. I'm not trying to get into laser codes and all that, really.
Yeah, the LLME. Okay. Well, that was actually 24.
Was it? Okay. So yeah. I was at a little podunk store here yesterday, and I could see they had a bunch of Russells sitting on the shelf.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, hell, I better look. And I had my sunglasses on, which have readers, and I looked at the laser code, and it said LLM something, and I couldn't make it out. And I go running up to the front door, and I'm holding it in the light and everything. The guy back there says, "Are you looking for something?" I said, "You damn right I am." And then I finally saw it was MH. I just the line of the H threw me.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn it, I think I found some.
Yeah, that's a special, batch. Bruce has talked about it, before on some other channels. And, he would know all the very specific details, but I can tell you it's a lot older than 10-year. So.
Marty, did you never get a bottle of that?
What's that?
Marty, do you not have a bottle of the LLME? Did you not get a bottle of that?
I do. You talking David?
No, Marty, he knows I've got him.
Yeah, Marty.
I've got one that's half. Yeah, I did find one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I thought you were talking to.
You had asked how I discovered that.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah. Did you?
I really wasn't the person who immediately discovered it. I had kind of not sworn off Russell's 10, but Russell's 10, the profile changed. from what it used to taste like, back when I got into the hobby, all the way up into like 2020, 2021 or so. It had this oakier profile. And then into 21, beginning of 22, somewhere around there, the profile kind of shifted to more of what I would call a little bit younger profile. It didn't have that older taste to it. And some of that is because if you go back, I believe it's 2019, there's a Bourbon Pursuit episode where they interview Eddie, and he talks about how they put 13 year in Russell's 10. And you could taste it. It had an older profile. And so I guess as COVID hit and stocks were getting tight and whiskey was booming, that those older barrels went into other products like Father and Son and Russell's 13, and were stored up for different Master's Keeps down the road or whatever. The profile changed, and so I just I still would buy it and in hopes that it would return. It never did. Still a great value. I'm not knocking Russell's 10. You can find it for $35. You're getting a 10-year bourbon. Even though it's 90 proof, it's a damn good deal, and it still tastes like rock solid turkey. Okay. So one of my Patreon supporters, and there was actually a couple that were kind of saying, hey, I bought, some recent bottles and they're good, but there was one specifically, I'll go ahead and call him out, Mr. Tater Tot. And he sent me a message. He's like, dude, he's like, you need to try this batch. I think it's better than the usual batches. And I was like, okay, yeah. And I eventually found one locally. I just happened to right then. The next time I went to the local, they just had them. So I bought one, got back home, and I was like, wait a minute, this is the old profile, but even better, And you can guarantee I went back to that store the day after. But I wrote about it on the blog, and it caused a bunch of hullabaloo because people were like, oh, this is bull crap. And there were people on Reddit like poo-pooing it and whatever. And I'm sorry, you can disagree with me all you want to, but I'm telling you, it tastes notably better than any Russell's 10 batch in years prior to that. You'd have to go back, at least 2019, maybe even, 2015 or something to get that kind of profile. And even that's not, as robust and balanced in my opinion. But people have their own opinions. They can disagree and say they blinded it against this or that, and LOME is not special. And I'm fine with that. But to me it is. And I would buy it in a heartbeat any day. So,
well, you got no argument from these two clowns. We've had it. We love it. And we know what you're talking about. I do have a question from one of the chats. Mike T asked, any idea where the Rick House may be coming from this year?
Yes and no.
Okay. Wait and see.
If it's what I think, it's going to be something that people aren't expecting. If it's what I think. But we'll just have to see. I will say that the new Austin Nichols archive that's coming out, holy crap. So, it's probably going to be ridiculously expensive, but totally worth picking up if you get the chance to at least get one of them.
What's ridiculously expensive mean?
No, I don't know. I'm just assuming because, Master's Keep was, 300, Generations is 450, and knowing what's in this particular bottle and what the design looks like, there's just no way it's not going to be expensive. I'm just being honest with you. If it does turn out to be reasonably priced, hey, great. But to some degree that can act as a deterrent too, because if it's really cheap, people clean them out and, then they throw them up on the secondary for 5-6 times what they paid for it. So I understand why Campari prices things the way they do.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's the way they should do it. I'm not, but I understand why. And a lot of it is because of the secondary. And, I've seen it in writing, that's one of the reasons why they raised their prices. So it was in one of their year-end financial reports. So, it's just the way things are. So, I don't really blame producers for leaving money on the table. I mean, a lot of those guys aren't whiskey geeks like we are, and they're just looking at this like a business. And
Which it is. You're right.
It's a smart business decision. I mean, I hate to say it, but like when it comes to my whiskeys, we try to price them as appropriately as possible. Yeah, they're more expensive sometimes than other products, especially from heritage distilleries. But we don't have that that economy of scale going for us like they do. We don't have the abilities to produce at a much cheaper capacity and larger capacity. So it's the way it is.
David, I know we're kind of
I got a little bit more time. No problem.
I want you to get into Patreon real quick. I'm going to drop the link for everybody.
Okay.
I think we had you on back in the fall when we talked. I've been a member for a long time, and I guess this is me and David's third show together in the last 5 years. So we've developed a pretty good relationship, I feel, and everything that he does through his turkey, his picks, his tasting notes, which I've mentioned before, gets emailed to you. And I think it's spectacular. I think the time and effort that he puts into his Patreon is really, I would say, maybe above most I'm a member of, just to be honest.
Thank you.
Because of the tasting notes, David, I think that, and the opportunity to buy the picks, of course, but the tasting notes, because you put a Jimmy Red one out, I think, last week.
No.
Was it this week?
What, Jimmy Red review?
Yeah, wasn't there?
No, it's been a while since I've had a Jimmy Red review, but I think it was probably the last Jimmy Red review.
No, Heaven Hill. That's what it was.
Yeah.
I've got 90th. Sorry.
Yeah, the Heaven Hill 90th. Yep. Which I really enjoyed. I think I probably enjoyed it more than some other people did. But it does have a nice heavier oak char kind of to it, but it's sweet. And a lot of brown sugar. I enjoyed it. I know some people aren't as big of a fan of it. I thought it was awesome, so, so the Patreon, I try not to promote it all too much. I don't like put it on social and all that kind of stuff, and trumpet it too much, just because, what I'm not looking to do is a barrel club. And I understand that there are picks involved, and for the most, one could look at my Patreon and say, well, you're functioning just like a barrel club. But to me, it's more, my focus is on the community and writing and, exploring different expressions, providing tasting notes. That's what I enjoy doing. The picks are an awesome perk. I love it. I have great retailing partners that I work with, and I enjoy being able to bring those kind of things to the table, but they're not what I want to spend my whole life doing. And it's not something I want to be the centerpiece. I think a lot of people have kind of moved past some of the barrel club thing. I mean, it's not like 2020 when, every single barrel pick was something you just had to get regardless of the brand or the expression or whatever, because they were just like, nobody could find. There's tons of barrel picks out there, and there are tons of clubs that offer barrel picks. I am one of many. Mm-hmm. So, by no means is that part of what I'm doing special. It's just something I enjoy doing and sharing with my supporters. What I like doing is just exploring whiskey. I like going to my local bottle shop and just picking up something. Like lately, I've really been having a lot of fun kind of going back to where I started in a way. I went so long, not really buying any shelf bottles other than Wild Turkey stuff. Like, just there was no point, what's the point of me buying a bottle of Knob Creek or whatever, unless it was like a 12-year or something that, I felt like a lot of people would be interested in. But, there was one of my supporters in Discord had mentioned one time, like, you can't really understand what makes a special whiskey special unless you know what makes an average whiskey average. And if you lose that perspective and you live in a world where everything you're drinking is hundreds of dollars and high age stated and rare and all this kind of stuff. It's like you've now lived in this bubble, and you can say, "Oh, I'm not going back to that." Like, I know what a 6-year whiskey tastes like. Or do you? Do you know what a 6-year whiskey tastes like today? Like, because a 6-year whiskey 5 years ago from one producer doesn't necessarily taste like a 6-year whiskey. And then also, a lot of these shelf products, what's going in them has changed. Whether it's, they've changed the ages of the batches, or maybe they've grown and the warehouses they're using are not the same warehouses they used to use. So the cooperage is different. There's a lot of things that have changed, and that's a thing I can taste among pretty much every one of the big heritage distillers. I can taste a change in their product. Maker's Mark might be the exception. To me, Makers still taste like Makers, and I haven't really tasted much variation. I mean, even Dusty Makers, even though it tastes different from modern Makers, is probably the closest to its modern equivalent than a lot of the other brands. But Maker's Mark has really done a good job nailing down that consistency, and that's because they really only do one thing. I mean, of course, you got the new wheat whiskey, Star Hill Farm, and all that, but really they're only doing that one bourbon mash bill, and majority of their product is of probably 4 to 6 years, 90 proof, whatever. So I think that I'm having a lot of fun lately, just exploring different shelf bottles that I used to overlook. Do I blow money on things I probably shouldn't have, and do I have to give a lot of bottles away? Yeah. But I feel like people are supporting me financially, and I should be buying these things, reviewing these things, because when I first got into the hobby, blogs were the big deal. Like, now it's YouTube, and you've got a great channel, Marty. There's nothing against that. The world's changing. There's TikTok. There's all kinds of stuff. But when I got into it, it was all blogs. Mm-hmm. And it was fun to go to Google and research and find something and read tasting notes. And I'm really just carrying on the same kind of thing that the people who came before me doing whiskey blogs did. I'm just taking what they did and doing it my own way. So, Skew's recent Eat and Drinks was like one I used to go to. Red, White, and Bourbon was one I used to go to. The Singday Drinks. There's a bunch of ones that they just don't post anymore. I mean, the blogs are still out there, but nobody's writing for them anymore. And I just I like that I'm still doing a blog, and it's fun. And the day it's not fun, oh well. Yeah. Now my Wild Turkey blog doesn't get as much action as it has in the past. And I'm only writing about once a month now, but that's because I'm spending a lot of time exploring other whiskeys, and then I like to post to Patreon just because I feel like people are supporting me and they deserve to hear content and read what I think about things. So I try to keep most of my reviews behind that Patreon veil, but I do public reviews as well. Just had one yesterday for the new Found North Peregrine. It's public. There's no paywall. Anybody can go read it. But I try to focus on my community more than anything else.
Right.
What have you got going? I've got both your books, and I encourage anybody that's listening you can pick them up on Amazon. They are fantastic reads. What are some of the writing projects that you're currently working on?
Nothing big, honestly. I try to keep my focus on reviews and tasting notes. That's kind of my number one thing. I have been off and on again working on a revision of my first book, American Spirit, because it needs an update. So that's more. This is the book. Now, this is the original softback version. They're all hardback now if you buy one. If you go to rarebird101.com, you can click on Wild Turkey book, and I'll be happy to send you a signed copy. But I need to. This ended with like Cornerstone, Masters Keep Cornerstone. So that's 2019. So it's past due for an update. So that's something I've been working on. And I've got ideas for other books. They're more like whiskey philosophy books, if that makes sense. But I just don't think I've got a lot of ideas brewing, but I'm not there yet. Like, I feel like I need to have kind of like a Zen moment where I'm like, okay, I'm ready now. Like, and now I've got, so, I've got a lot of philosophies in my head about the hobby and the industry and the community. And there's lots of different angles. And I'm trying to kind of mold that into something that makes sense. But whatever I write, it's got to be fun. I just can't just do something to do it. It has to come from the heart. And, I'm confident there will be, at least one more book, maybe more than one more. Time is my enemy. So, with all I do, it's there's limited to in my time, and of course have a family and everything that I need to put primary focus on. And I'm enjoying doing Caleb's Crossing, which,
give us an update.
Yeah, man.
Okay. So, by the way, thank you, Marty, for the review. I'm glad you enjoyed it.
I loved it. Yep.
That is actually our flagship product. We have decided that instead of a bourbon or a rye, Caleb's Crossing, its flagship product will be the bourbon and rye blend. We're going to continue to make that. We've got it down to a formula that we're happy with, and we've been working with Brindiamo and Lofted Spirits to keep this thing going. So we just bottled a few weeks ago the third batch. Marty, I think you tasted the first or second. The second.
I've had both. I did 1 and 2.
Okay. All right. So, we had a lot of good reception with the second batch. The Bourbon Junkies had it in their top 10 of the year, which was like total surprise, and was very happy about that. Breaking Bourbon just reviewed the second batch, and they gave it high marks, which I was very pleased to see. And the reception has been great. So we're continuing on with it. We've got batch 3. I've got a bottle of it. Let's see, this is batch 2, but batch 3, it'll look the same. It's just got a different proof point, and the ages are a little bit different. So batch 2 was 115.2 proof, and it was a combination of 8-year Green River bourbon and 12-year MGP rye. Batch 3 is 116.2 proof, and it's 8-year Green River bourbon and just a few days shy of 13-year 95.5 rye. It was ready. The taste was there. I didn't want to risk it. I mean, if we had waited, I think 11 more days or something, it would have been 13-year rye. But, we don't age state the bottles. It's all on the website. We're 100% transparent about what's in the batch and everything. So if you want to find out what's in it, just go to Caleb's Crossing whiskeycompany.com and you'll find out. But very, very excited about batch 3. You should be seeing that with some online retailers pretty soon. You can still get batch 2.
David, real quick. Trying to order a turkey book from Rare Birds 101 site, but the link seems broken. Anyone having better luck?
Oh, okay. I'll have to check
and see. Jay at the end. We can check that for you.
Yeah. Now, if someone goes to Twitter or Instagram, there's my link tree, and there's a link there to buy a book, and it'll take you straight to the site to buy the book. So, my recommendation right now to solve the problem would be just to go to one of my social media profiles, either on X or Instagram, and then click on the primary link, which is my link tree, and you can go from there. But on the Caleb's Crossing, I'm really excited about the third batch. It is our oldest technically and highest proof to date. Super flavor monster. If you like batch 2, you'll love it. But there is some batch 2 left. If you go to Shared Pour, they have some batch 2, and I believe Bros Liquor might, and Unwind Bottle Shop might, but definitely at Shared Pour, if you want that batch that the Bourbon Junkies and Breaking Bourbon really enjoyed, you can get that at Shared Pour. Couple things we've got coming up. We just released our dual cask finish 2, and you can see I've put a hurting on this one. It does come with a coin. It's just off of it. But this is kind of special because this is the last bottling we'll have from the original lots of barrels that my father and I purchased a couple years ago. And it's a single barrel, so it's not really a batch, but it's dual cast finish 2. It says batch 2, but it's a single barrel. And this was finished for 16 months. It started off as 7-year, I think 7-year, 3-month old MGP 21% rye bourbon. And then on top of that, it finished for 16 months in Pinot de Charente and Armagnac. Now, the cool thing that makes this one different from Dual Cast Finish 1, Dual Cast Finish 1 was a blend of 6 and 7-year, and it was all first fill. This is 7-year plus of 1 mash bill, and it went all into second fill barrels. So what a second fill allows you to do as opposed to a first fill, with a first fill, that extraction is going to happen a lot faster, and you have to monitor it very quickly, and you get a lot more of the flavor from those finishing casks in a quick, time period. With second fill, which is my preferred finishing stage there, a second fill, you can have a slower secondary maturation, and more controlled. The extraction happens, more gracefully, and it allows you to carry it out longer. And so the whole time it's finishing, I'm slow proofing it. So I'm bringing it down, adding water to the barrel. All this slow proofing is happening in the wood. And so there are molecules that, dissolve in water, and there are some that are, absorbed in ethanol. And so by adding water, you're basically changing the chemistry of the barrel. I'm no chemist, and I'm probably saying all this wrong, but it makes a difference in the flavor, and that's what matters to me. So I'm looking to change the flavor. The science that's happening behind the scenes is interesting, but it's not what I spend my time doing. So anyway, this is actually still available. I released it the other day. I think there's maybe 30, 40 bottles left at Bourbon Outfitter. Maybe I haven't checked today. But if you want it, it's at Bourbon Outfitter. It's not a cheap bottle. It's $150. And that's because this is, we spent a lot of time on this one, a lot of time. Another thing to note, it's wax top as opposed to the Bourbon Rye Blend, which is a strip. Mm-hmm. And this is the old Washington Lafayette label. The brand is now called Caleb's Crossing Whiskey Company, but at that time we were calling it Washington Lafayette. So we decided, since this was one of the original things that we've done, we'd bottle it in these original labels one last time. So it's kind of a nod to the past. So anyway, Bourbon Outfitter, you can find it there.
I'm going to go ahead and pour this now, and then I'll let you talk about it a little bit.
Oh, Raconteur Rye.
Yes, sir. The Gemini 2.
Oh, yeah. Gemini, Gemini of the Geminis, Gemini 2 is my favorite. I think it's kind of a 50-50 thing. Some people like the first one. Some people like the second one. That was the whole point of that exercise, was to release 2 batches at the exact same time, exact same mash bill, exact same age, one Kentucky, one Indiana, and, kind of see where that went. So it was fun to see it kind of land about 50-50, which to me tells me that I think that was a success. I mean, if one was overwhelmingly better than the other one, I'd be a little bit worried. So, that was fun. But we've got something coming. This is Raconteur Rye Decode. This is a 12-year Raconteur Rye. Says Decode there on the back. This one took a little bit of tweaking. We had this almost ready to bottle. I think it was around October last year. And, it was more like November. And, James bottled a couple up. He didn't dump the barrel, but it's actually a single barrel, but it's more yield than a standard single barrel because this is a Mizunara cask. That was second fill. So he bottled a couple up for a get-together I had in Lexington. And, I was sitting there going, after all that we had tasted that night, and I was just like, God, this could just use a little something else, And I wasn't getting the wow reaction that I'd gotten with past Raconteur Ryes, and I wasn't even wowing myself. So I was like, you know what? Let's not dump this. Let's keep working on it. Let's get this where we need it to be. And of course, we moved it to a 48-month cured toasted oak barrel, just like we did with Brazen, which was the second batch. And it had previously held 19-year-old Kentucky straight bourbon. And so it was freshly dumped, and we put this into it. Totally changed. Like, wow. Like, very, very happy with this. So this is going to be dropping soon. So, stay tuned.
Yeah, man. Get on Discord, Patreon.
Well, thank
Get
you,
on
Marty.
the socials. That's where it's going to hit. David will tell you everything up front and give you time to prepare, which is great. It's not, hey, it's out tomorrow, but no, it's coming.
But I love Gemini. Both of them. I mean, that's two, right? Because you got
I got
Kentucky
one over there. I just grabbed this because I wouldn't knock anything over during the stream.
Two is my favorite of the Geminis, but like I said, everybody's got
120.8.
their own.
On the second on the second fill when you finished it.
Mm-hmm.
How long did you may have said, I may have asked you in the past, how long did you finish it for?
Gemini?
Remember? Yeah.
Okay, well, so I'm going to kind of keep some of that close to the chest because.
Sure. Well, I mean, I don't think, I remember you telling me at some point in email something, it wasn't long, is what you said.
The Ms. Kissed wasn't long.
You don't have to give a secret away.
Well, it's not so much that, like, I've got a partner, James Woodwork Collective, and he has.
I understand.
He has some information he likes to kind of keep as his secret sauce and stuff like that, like his methods and stuff like that. But so I try not to spill beans too much because he's got his own, Altschuler brand, and he does similar wood techniques with that. So I don't want to like throw too much out there, but I will say that Gemini spent longer in Mizunara than Ms. Kiss. Ms. Kiss was literally just, I think maybe like 2 or 3 weeks or something. It was not long. This one went longer than Ms. Kiss by a good bit.
Okay.
So I'll leave it at that.
No, that's
but
fine.
If it was something I was in 100% control of, I'd tell you.
No,
but
okay.
he does some really cool stuff there, and he's been working for years perfecting his skills with secondary maturation. He's got some unique cooperage that he orders that is unlike a lot of the stuff that's out there now. There's no funny business or any of that, but it's just he likes to keep some of his things under lock and key. So I respect that.
No, it's just I guess really the reason I was asking is I think on the palate, and I think that might be why people favor maybe Gemini 2 better than 1 is you can kind of get a little difference in the finish.
Yeah.
I think on this one, it's a little warmer on the finish for me. Gemini 2 is than 1. And I get a lot more peachy, fruity stuff towards the back of it. And I think that's the Mizunara coming through.
Well,
I think it's great.
They're two different distillates, or maturates, really. Distillates, not aged. But, the Kentucky stuff, just before it even goes into Mizunara, tastes completely different than the MGP stuff. I mean, there's some similarities. They're both that 95.5. You get that 95.5 character, but they're different. And what's interesting about, because it's no secret that the Kentucky is Bardstown Bourbon Company, the 95.5 Kentucky that we're using. But what makes it different is that it was 95.5 that was contract distilled for another producer. And so this isn't just your standard Bardstown Bourbon Company stock. This was aged elsewhere. So, at least for a good period of time. And thank you, Steve.
Yeah, buddy. Awesome. You won't be
but so there's no secret there, but it is different. It's even different than a lot of other Bardstown 95.5, just because it spent time aging in other places in Kentucky.
Yeah. Well, I'm looking forward to the new one. That's for sure. I love these.
And we've got more 12-year coming too. That's just the first one that we're happy with. We've got another one behind it called Renegade, which I can't wait to taste it. It's been cooking for a little while in toasted oak, so I'm going to see how that is. Hopefully soon. I should have a sample of that in a few days. So fingers crossed.
Lance, is that
I just ordered Decode single barrel at 116.8 proof. I didn't think they were for sale yet, so I'm kind of curious.
You better let it.
I thought those had not dropped yet, so maybe I don't know.
Maybe
Interesting.
send
Where,
us,
where did you order the decode
text me
from?
the link, Lance. Just
'Cause
text me
we-
the link, and I'll send it to David.
Yeah.
Yeah, we haven't
Do it that way.
released that yet, so that's interesting.
Lance is an ex-cop, so he must have done something.
He's got a guy.
I will say you have to be careful because this happened with our previous batches of Raconteur Riot, happened with Caleb's Crossing. You can go and Google and you can type really any whiskey, and there will be just tons of scam sites that look like legit liquor stores, and they will sell you stuff that like they don't have. Like, you have to be careful. It's crazy. So if you're going to buy Raconteur Rye, I would definitely go to raconteurrye.com and follow where the website says you can buy it, or go to a trusted online retailer that you've used in the past, whether it's Sealbox or Bourbon Outfitter or Shared Pool or whoever, but if it's some site you've never heard of or whatever, just be careful, because it's not hard to whip up a website now. Anybody can, go on there and, create, especially with AI, you can say, create me a website, it's like, it's insane. So you got to be careful. Scammers are everywhere now. It's just a part of life,
that picture of me
unfortunately.
and you on the thumbnail, I really AI'd the hell out of that to make us look good. So we all know what AI can do.
I AI'd my hair, so I got the hair filter on. I'm just kidding. But,
let's not talk about hair, okay?
I don't want to make anybody mad. But anything else, David, that comes to mind that we haven't covered?
no,
I know something I was going to ask you. Like, I know you talked about you getting back and going back to things that got you into this a little bit outside of turkey.
sure.
Shelters.
I mean, like, what kind of bottles are you like looking at or picking? Not necessarily buying, like, oh, I want to check this out. Look at it.
Well,
Is it like,
I mean, like, if you
stuff or
well, like just in the past week, I've reviewed. Let's see, I've got the 1792 bottled and bond. I recently reviewed that. I did an Old Forester Black Label pick that I did. I've the new Green River Weeded Full Proof. I recently reviewed that. I recently reviewed the 90 proof Green River Weeder. I mean, I could just look around and find others. But the one thing I will say is that, and I say that a lot. What one thing I will say? Sorry about that. But the new Green River Weeded Full Proof is awesome for $50. I mean, is it gonna taste like old Rip Van Winkle or something like that? No, but they're not trying to. It's a $50 bottle. If you're looking for a weeded bourbon that has fruit notes and you don't mind some wheat funk, definitely get the Green River Full Proof Weeded. It is so good in my opinion.
The Barrel Proof 117 bourbon has always been good.
Yeah, I mean the Green River Weeded. This is the first time they've done a full proof. Now they have a 90 proof, and then they have single barrels.
Right.
And those single barrels, I think, around 5-ish years or something like that. This is a blend of 5 to 7. I mean, I wish I had some. I'm waiting for my local to get it, but I just had a media sample and I killed it. I mean, I killed it quick. It was so good. Like, to me, it hangs with Weller 107, arguably the full proof batch depending or barrel depending. But for $50 and you're not fighting or in a lottery or any of this kind of crap, I mean, you can't beat it, really. I mean, that and I recently reviewed the Maker's Mark cask strength that's age stated. Holy cow. That
7 years,
great.
4 months.
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
Well, mine is 7 and 2, but
Okay. I drank it last night with Toby.
God, it's good.
Mine's 7 year 5. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Well, you got more age on yours than mine, but honestly, I would imagine they're pretty similar. But it had been a long time since I'd had Maker's Mark cask strength, and the last time I had it, I had a kind of a hot, grassy barrel, and so I'd kind of sworn it off for a while. And then someone asked me, "Hey, have you tried the new 7-year Maker's Mark cask strength? I'd love to read a review." And I was like, "Okay." So I went to my local store to get it, and they didn't have it. They had the old one. So I had to cross the river and go to Augusta, Georgia, but I got a bottle. And telling you guys, I mean, loved it. It's great. I mean, there's some great shelfers. Again, the Russell's single barrel, not just picks, just the everyday one. Rare breed rye. I mean, you got the Maker's Cast strength. I mean, there's just so much, like Old Forester Black Label, Old Forester. I even like the 1910 now, and I used to not like it. I don't know. Things are, my palate's changing or something like that. I don't know, but I mean, there's just,
Talk
I mean,
about
you can
profile
find.
shift.
What's that?
1910 and the profile shift. The 1910 and 1920 have shifted quite a bit.
Yeah, they're not as good as they used to be,
years.
but I mean, I still think it tastes pretty good. I mean, I think I like Old Forester Black Label better, but I don't find those locally. You can get the 100 proof, but the picks are just always, in my experience, just been a little bit better. But I mean, there's just, I mean, sky's the limit. Now I have got burned a few times. That new Sam Houston small batch, was not a fan of that. It came across really youthful. I love the 15 that they did, and that was just a big disappointing step down for $80. But you know,
well, I mean, speaking of some shelfers, I just poured some of that Ms. Kiz, so you know,
you like it, huh?
Yeah, it's good. I got a great little sample.
Yeah, let's see. I think I have Ms. Kiss sitting right here somewhere. Yeah,
I mean, it was sitting on my shelf, so I call it a shelf here.
Ms. Kiss there. But anyway, I mean, it's there's so many good shelf bottles. Like the holiday stuff, love Ben Holiday. I mean, I could
New Riff,
Sagamore, New Riff. Oh, the New Riff 8-year. I just love that stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, it's great. And people laugh at me for this, but I'm not joking you when I say this. A bottle that I buy semi-regularly, and I'm talking 2 or 3 times a year, is the Dickel 8-year. I mean, hate me all you want to. I think
it's
the Dickel 8-year.
Is it 100 proof?
No, the Dickel 8-year is 90, but it just has a great profile. And I'm like, there's older Dickel in here. There's got to be. So I reached out to Nicole Austin, and she told me it is a blend with older whiskey in it. So
I have a half gallon of Dickel I need to bring you.
But I mean, the 8-year,
it's probably from like distilled in 96.
Oh, okay. Old, they contract distilled though out of Kentucky. Stitzel Weller was doing Dickel for a while.
Yeah, I'll have to look at it, and I'll get with Dusty, and he'll help me get that laser code. We don't like that laser figured out when it actually is. But my good old dad has a couple cases sitting in the garage. So,
oh wow, yeah. I mean, you might want to check and see if it's actually distilled in Tennessee, because I can't remember when they closed up shop. I want to say it was early 2000s, but they did close up shop for a while, and they sourced whiskey. I know Stitzel Weller they sourced from a long time ago, because Stitzel Weller's been closed up for a while. But there was a period of time there where, and we're talking probably 50s or 60s or something like that, where Stitzel Weller was doing Dickel. I'd have to go.
It's a white label, so I don't know.
Okay,
I'll look at it and see.
And then they closed up for a while, and then somebody in Kentucky, I think, was making it. I think it might have been Buffalo Trace, actually. Matter of fact, I want to say on the Buffalo Trace tour, they talk about that, about how they had to make Dickel for a little while there.
Damn, huh?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yep.
What's up, Greg? Cheers, buddy. But yeah, man. So guys, I've kicked it around 2 or 3 times, and I mean it. And I said it the last time David was on. If you want to continually stay in the know, even outside of Turkey, go join Patreon. We've had the link drop several times. Just go over there and get Rarebird 101 and join up and just sit back and enjoy the content that he puts out, because it's all very good and knowledgeable. So we've talked about the Raconteur Rye, Caleb's Crossing. What am I missing?
Before
I have coming, let me ask you that.
What's that?
What barrel? Not outside of these.
What
do you got coming to Patreon?
Oh gosh, Marty. Just the easiest way to do it is to go to rarebird101.com and click on. There's a Russell's Renegades icon there, or you can click on the menu and do Russell's Renegades, and it lists every pick I've ever done for the group, past, present, and future. So if you want to see kind of what's coming, that's there. But to me, that I try to stress less focus on the barrel picks and more on the community and the writing and stuff. But before I leave here, because I need to jump off, I do want to say that there are some awesome turkey stuff coming. I mentioned one of them briefly for a few minutes ago, but there's a 45th anniversary for Eddie. There's it's a Russell's 13 batch. to be on the lookout for. That's going to be special. Of course, we'll find out what the single rick house is down the road. But I believe there's going to be another batch of 8-year this year, of the 101 8-year. So there's a lot of cool stuff to be looking out for. But save your money.
David, are they?
Yeah.
I remember it was on Mash and Drummer on Jason's train when he was talking to. Anyway, are they going to eventually start to put out the rare breed non-chilled filtered? Is that coming outside of?
That was a deal they put together. It was a special travel retail thing,
right?
And I'm serious when I say that I've heard when I was at the distillery in 2019 doing a barrel pick, somebody asked Eddie about it. He said, "Yeah, probably another 2 years. We'll have the non-chill filtered in the United States." And here we are, 2026. Still haven't seen it. It's not that Eddie's not telling the truth. It's just these decisions are made at a much higher corporate level with Campari. So, I can only guess that the deals they put together with these travel retail vendors have been, they're trying to, if you take a look at usually what's for sale at these duty-free shops, they want to have things that you can't find at a liquor store. That's the whole point, right? So that's why you see all these crazy Johnny Walker things and different Jack Daniels things and stuff, and Jim Beam, like that, lineage and things like that you don't see in your store, because they want to get that travel customer that's paying a lot of money for an international flight to splurge on something cool. So, if they bring that to the States, then that becomes no longer special or exclusive. So they've got to replace that with something. What will that be? There's plenty of things that Turkey could do. They've discontinued the 12-year. Maybe they could bring the 12-year to travel retail and give everybody else the NCF rare breed. But guys, I mean, I've done blind taste tests with rare, and you have to find batches that are close in date. You can't. It's not fair to go take an NCF bottle from 2020 and compare it to like 2026. But if you can find the NCF rare breed and compare it to a bottling that's within a few months of each other, maybe even if you could get even closer than that, and you blind it, I'm telling you, it's not as drastic of a difference as you think it is. So, it's cool to just have rare breed on the shelf, honestly, at the price that it's at.
One of my favorites.
But I would love, if they had it non-chill filtered, I'd prefer it that way. But I don't look at it and go, I wish I'd buy it if it was non-chill filtered.
Yeah, it just because it got mentioned last year that it was coming out, and I just
it's a great question. I've heard it since 2019. So maybe one day. And another one I hear all the time is, when are we getting barrel proof picks? I can tell you that the Russells would love barrel proof picks. Again, those decisions a lot of times happen at the corporate level. And so, we'll see. Bruce says that he thinks it's coming. They'll eventually get there. And I think that's because they've seen their competition, more and more competition doing it. Like Jim Beam forever, there's Knob Creek single barrel picks for 120, and now they're barrel proof. So, it's like the pressure's on Campari, because Four Roses has been barrel proof along with many other non-distilling producers, and, other heritage distilleries have had foolproof picks, or I should say barrel proof picks. But I think the pressure's on now to kind of make a change in their program. So fingers crossed we see that, because I would love to see, what I'd really love to see is barrel proof rye picks. Because
I swear to God, I was going to say, has Bruce said anything? Because he's the rye guy. What's coming with the ryes at Wild Turkey? As he said,
I think that you'll probably see. I don't want to say anything that is going to live. No, there's going to be
something in the works.
Cool rye stuff coming.
Okay, good. That's great. Then me and you'll go up there and pick a barrel of it.
I'd love to. All right, guys. Well, unless anybody's got a last question or two, I need to jump off here.
Do it, buddy. I'll continue to post everything, David. The links, the books on Amazon, everything. We'll keep that.
Well, thank you, Marty. Appreciate that.
Man, it's always a pleasure. And listen, I think I saw where you're going to be on with Hack and Mac Sunday.
Yep, on the 8th.
Talk slow and take your time, because they're anyway.
Yeah, definitely. They're slow.
Yeah. So, David, cheers, buddy. Thank
Cheers,
you,
guys.
I'm gonna send you an email. I got a couple questions for you, but
Okay.
I'll do that tomorrow. But
All right. Cheers.
River
Y'all have a
David,
good one.
thank you, and I'll
All
see
right.
you soon. See you in a few weeks.
cheers,
We'll do
buddy.
it again. Thanks. See you in a few
All right,
weeks,
man.
Toby.
Well, hot damn, learned a lot.
Yeah, he's a good guest.
Man.
He always
I
is.
mean, this is the third time he's been on, and he's always taking time out for little guys like me, and then he sends me samples and stuff. He's just a good dude, and I got fortunate to do that Jimmy Red pick with him at what's it called? My brain quit. Whatever. Last January, the Jimmy Red Corn Single Barrel Private Selection.
Yeah.
But anyway, all right. We got the 3 contestants ready to go. Pouring
Oh,
sand.
no.
So everybody, I'm gonna take myself off screen for a minute because I'm gonna do this shit with you tonight. Hi wire, thank you, Eric. Yeah. So I'm gonna sip along with you and see what everybody gets.
Oh, yeah. Let me go.
1, 2.
Should we pour them up?
Yeah, go ahead. All right. Somebody sing a song or something, and I'll be right back.
No one wants to hear me sing.
Nice. All right, here we go.
It's now a bad time to
River.
mention that I gave up whiskey for Lent, or
Sure.
Well, I need to. I've been really, yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. That one is.
You guys all having a good start to the week?
Good enough.
yeah.
Hey, buddy.
Hello.
Going to rock some blind world here.
Nice.
All right. What's this one?
I was actually on a meeting earlier this evening, so I didn't get to catch the first part of that, unfortunately.
Well,
Guys, a wealth of knowledge. Jeez.
Well, Trey, we're just making fun of you the entire time, so you didn't miss anything.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, nah. I definitely didn't miss anything. I'm used to that.
All right, are we pouring the blend yet, or is that staying unopened?
which one?
The whiskey nose blend.
Oh, that's for you to have later. That's just that's the infinity.
Oh, okay. So that's the one that's poisonous. Okay, I got it.
That's your bad pour at the end.
That's my hemlock.
Which generation of the blend does JG have? Because I've got the one
he's got
that
the
says
newest one.
2026.
No. Is it supposed to be pea
2026?
green color? I mean, is it supposed to be pea green and glowing?
Well, we'll have to talk about that later.
Okay.
Going to get something to write with and write on.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm gonna write that down.
right on.
Sounds like
Trey,
something
how's Miss
interesting.
Cindy?
Oh, Cindy is. Oh, she's actually awake. So
That's her
there's that.
fault.
Yeah, there's that.
It's like I heard my name.
Awake or false?
Nah, she
Oh,
was trying to doze out, but she's awake.
Lance, I see your text. I'll let me get this poured. What do I got left? One more. 1, 2, 3. 23. Because it's all right. I'm about ready. Sorry, boys. Damn, what I drop. Oh,
Sounds like Marty's breaking a sweat.
you're not kidding. I should have poured them and capped them, but I'm not that smart.
JG, is this the The blend that you've got?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, probably the same label. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. With you later.
Game
Is
on.
Marty, is this your blended Getagon thing?
No, well, it's a huge. I'd say there's
This
probably
is
180
is this
different
the
blends.
mellow corn? This has got to be the mellow
No,
corn.
there's no mellocorn in it. Not that
No,
one.
okay. All
He
right.
just has an old 5-gallon water cooler, and he just keeps dumping bottles into that 5-gallon thing.
Yeah.
And it comes up.
I usually empty this out every night,
Just-
and it's just what
Yeah.
it is. So enjoy that.
It's just a pail in the backyard that you got with some rusty nails in it. I get
That's
it.
it, man.
That's right.
Cheers, Tom.
Trey, you ready for Thursday?
Oh man, I can't wait. I'm
Yeah.
sitting here. Hey Roger, I was sitting here looking at these samples. Like, golly, I cannot wait for those things.
Yeah, there's a couple of them that stand out from the others.
Okay.
Color.
Well, I mean, visually, they definitely do.
Yeah.
It's
yeah.
amazing the
Yeah.
difference. It's like, wow. Okay.
There's three that are pretty close, and then there's one that's a good shade darker, and then
Oh, yeah.
another one that's like 2 or 3 shades darker.
Yeah. Yep.
And that's exactly the reaction when they set them down on the table. They set down all the 750 bottles,
Good pair of jeans.
and our eyes immediately went to 2 of them, and they're both
Yeah.
in this last 5.
I mean, I know you can't tell anything from that, but it all looks very, very interesting.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
we all
Agree, Raj.
we're judging with our eyes first, and
Mhm.
one of them really stands out.
Roger is right. Yep.
All right, boys. Basically, we're just going to go through these, sip them. If you like it, say you like it. If you don't, say you don't. Try to guess proof. There's no points or nothing. We just want to see if any of us can get close.
All right. I'll go get
And
something out of my cabinet. I guarantee I'll like it.
Yeah. So,
What, Trey? We've got 4 different things, so you better pick 4 things out of the cabinet.
that's right. You got one job, buddy. Guys, we're going to lay low on giveaways tonight because I've got a 5-year anniversary stream planned for 2 weeks. So next week we've got Paul P, Dave Vogelsang, and the Top Jimmy going to do a blind, and we'll hang out. And then this Thursday, of course, is the judge pick from McBrayer.
We got giveaways on Thursday, that's for sure.
Yep, we do. We do on Thursday. He's got them back here.
Yeah.
Woo! Sample A, sweet as hell.
It is.
My Lord, I know what I'd call that, but Lance, okay. Oh, okay. Researching it now to appear to be a boutique company out of DC, and they have a liquor. Mac is in DC. If you need him to look into that, I can reach out to him. I have that. I've got that bottle right here. Shouldn't even turn my damn light on. There we go. I don't think age proof is crazy, do y'all?
No, I guess I don't know if we want to throw out our guesses now or what.
I mean, you can say what. I mean, it's not a competition. You can say what you
No,
want.
I was thinking like 105 for the
Okay.
proof. But I'm really having trouble telling if it's a bourbon or a rye. I'm leaning towards bourbon, but
It's got spice on it, that's for sure.
I think so too. It's rice. It's the finish is rye spicy.
yeah, I think it's finished.
Okay. Ooh. Color's nice. Oily is all get out, man.
I'm gonna go rye. Are we just gonna go through each one individually and then show the bottle, or are we gonna go through them all and then?
I'll tell you what. Here's what we did last time. We just went through them on your own. You made your notes. Then we just talked, so nobody's left out. Just that way I can pay attention. somewhat, to what's going on. Isn't C the darkest going off memory? 100%.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Man, who has the key to this that y'all are doing right now?
Marty.
I do.
Well, send it to me. I want to know what the heck y'all drinking.
There you go.
I know. Yeah,
Details.
giving you some work to do. Sorry.
Yeah. Paul, I have no details. I am lack of details when it comes to blind.
Okay.
I'm cool, Lance. Hell, this is more important. Hey, Darrell. Cheers, buddy. Top dog is here. Top dog. Where the hell are you from? Me, not you. Can't talk. Can we start over? I'm here. Absolutely. Cheers, Big D.
I mean, I haven't said anything yet, so I don't know if you really missed anything.
Yeah, really. No.
But even if I said anything, I don't know if you missed anything.
B's got a kind of a sweet, quick finish.
Yeah, there's not much finish.
On B, you said?
Mm-hmm.
I'm getting like a rusty nail or something.
Okay.
Something weird.
Okay, now I got you, Marty. Yeah, that makes sense.
Is that okay? Sorry, I had to put the text. I wrote that down, Trey, so I could follow while I'm doing.
Okay, well, I got one of them, and then the others I had. Yeah, I needed assistance, but I got it. Yep. Cool.
Who likes
A
it?
seems familiar to me.
I have a sneaking suspicion that I've had B before.
Huh? Don't throw Larrikin under the bus yet. This could definitely be, yeah, that. Anybody had Blackwoods? Think about that and try this.
Marty, I'm finishing off this tonight.
Man, I tell you what, I got old Dusty Dan on that bottle, didn't I?
Yeah. Yeah, you did. You know what? It seems to get better as it opens up a little bit. I got to say.
I bet you I'm about 3/4 in. No, about half. It's
Gotcha.
over there on the shelf. Yeah, it's about half. I'd say I need to get back into it.
It seems to get a little bit better. Yeah.
What's up, Independent
bad.
Joe? Good to see you, man. Sorry, guys. I'm
Milo, come here.
blow up by me again. All right. So far, do you like what you've had?
Yeah,
Oh,
that
yeah.
thing's yeah. I mean, it's all really good.
Yeah.
I'll give you a little insight. Might be a little age on most of these.
Oh, maybe that's what I'm testing.
I mean, I'm into two, and don't really get a hint of any sort of graininess either of them.
On which one, Gary?
I've had A and B, and there's no sign of like graininess on either of them.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah.
Having some age tracks. I would guess B is older, but that's a guess.
Agreed.
Hang on 1 second.
Oh, my guesses are going to be so off.
Nah. Not that hard.
I mean, right right now I'm guessing all rice. Everything's rye.
Well, I can see that on the finish for sure.
Oh man.
See, I definitely get rice spice, but I'm not getting any. Well, and I've only tasted A and B.
I mean,
I'm not
they're
getting
definitely
any
corn
other.
sweetness up front. Ugh.
I'm not getting any other rye notes that lead me to think that it's actually a rye rather than, just a rye forward bourbon.
Yeah.
I got a little bit of chocolatiness on A and B,
Mhm.
which,
Oh, B for sure.
yeah,
Marty, I had that in my hand. I was just about to ask you if that's what it was.
Are you shitting me? Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I picked it up and was like, "Is that the one I?" Yep, that's the one I have. I haven't
Gary,
cracked
I
mine
did
yet.
get that chocolate Hershey Kiss on A for sure. That's a great call.
Milk chocolate on A, dark chocolate on B. Fuck is A.
will we get white chocolate on C? That's the question.
Yeah.
Low on D.
The worst kind of chocolate there is.
Yeah. Heartburn.
I like white chocolate. Dang.
I do on strawberries all day long.
On my,
It has-
my raspberries.
It has to be in the right thing.
Yeah.
With strawberries works, but there's a lot of other things that don't, and they keep trying to make fetch happen.
Now that I'm going back to it, I think A
I gotta check the
might
plumbing.
be older than I think it is.
I think A's finished. I'm not sure, but obviously.
Yeah, you said that, and it's really gotten in my head.
I'm getting like an Armagnac or an Armagnac. I'm getting kind of that raisin.
I mean, you're not wrong. I mean, you might be wrong.
No, I'm definitely wrong.
But in terms of the description, you're not wrong, and whether or not it's that.
Mhm.
Hey, which one on the nose? Which one came off the hottest to you guys? Just nose.
C. C for me.
But on the palate, I'm not.
Yeah. The C's the only one where I got the ethanol burn on my nose.
Yeah, right.
I'm not a fan of C. Now,
I'm not. I mean, every one of these I like. I mean, I
don't dislike it. I just compare
Yeah.
it, especially to
If anybody gave me 4s, I'd be happy. I mean, these are all great.
Did you
to me.
pour that, Trey?
No, I did not. No, I haven't cracked mine yet.
Okay.
I got to respond to Tom. Tom, I sit on my butt all day, so when I get home, I just move around as much as possible.
Yeah, Trey gets home. He's done 4 brake jobs, 2 oil changes, and rotated 6 tires, or 8 tires. I guess would make more sense than 6, unless you're doing 2 3-wheelers.
And that's
Or a
that's
4-wheeler and a bicycle. We could do this all day. Yeah, thank you, Tom. So I agree with C on heat, JG.
It's especially if you don't like these guys.
Yeah.
Mhm.
C's good though. Damn.
I mean, D's a little fruity too, I think.
See, it's a little bit antique store carpet coming at you.
Honestly, I don't know how you guys do this stuff and then do a bottle shot too. I mean, unless it was like barrel seagrass, that's the only thing I could probably headshot. That's it.
I would say out of the 50 or 60 blinds I've done in this channel, I've only guessed 2. I guessed JTS Brown last year on Dusty's. And there was another one I guessed. I can't even, and it was since then. I can't remember, but it's, yeah. I tell you what, Dusty sent me that damn Pride of Indiana 10-year American, and I swore it was Old Carter all day. I said, he sent me an Old Carter bottle, and when he showed me that, I about fell over.
Getting huge differences on the proof.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think there's more than 10 proof points different from top to bottom.
My Lord, has B's
I would
nose
agree
is
with that.
spectacular now.
I haven't tasted the D yet, but I with A, B, and C, I would agree with that.
B's nose that might be my favorite nose now. Oh wow. Wow.
I'll tell you what, I'm gonna have a hard time picking a favorite.
No, I mean, I've had to pick a favorite. That'd be B for me right now. I love the dark
right now,
chocolate.
I'd say probably, but I'm gonna once I kind of just get done making notes, I'm gonna start A-Bing them and putting them in a rank.
I think my AB would be the AB. C and D were nice, but I don't think to me, they weren't as unique as A and B were at first pass.
Fuck.
I like C. I like its calmness. I think it rides the palate start to finish exactly the same.
It's pretty balanced from front to back.
Yeah, I like that. I think it kind of walks the tightrope all the way across, and I like it.
Nothing wrong with it. It's funny. I mean, you put out that teaser that there's some age on these, but none of these are screaming old to me. None of them are screaming young either. They're, and I'm probably like, stepping in, poo-poo, saying all that out loud, but whatever.
No, I don't. I'm with you. I don't think there's huge differences in proof. I don't think there's huge differences in age.
Yeah.
I mean, a couple of them have a barrel note on the finish, but nothing killer, nothing that's screaming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think D on the finish hits harder on the proof for me.
Control pours tonight were both 110 proofs. So, I mean, I kind of feel like, and I had 2 different ones, and I kind of feel like everything I'm trying is maybe 105 to 115, somewhere in that neighborhood.
I'm rating a little high for. I'm guessing a little pretty high for C.
I'm digging D.
But yeah, because my control pour was the Henry McKenna. That's bottom bond, so 100 proof. So I think everything's higher proof than that. But
that's a good control pour.
Yeah, didn't someone use that? That's I thought of it because someone used it last time. I thought.
It's funny because I've been with done some different tastings with Ethan in the past few months. Ethan carries with him, I think it's the Evan Williams, 86 proof, And it's because 80 or 86, whatever the is it Evan Williams? I think it's Evan Williams. Because that's kind of the bottle he grew up on. That was his, that was, for me, it was Old Number 7. For him, it was that. And so that's his control pour when he goes into a tasting, because it kind of just neutralizes and balances his palate, but yet puts some bourbon on it. So
that's amazing is that he used it growing up, that it didn't stunt his growth.
Would have been 7 feet if he didn't drink.
Yeah, exactly.
Really? Damn, Hawk, you went for. Okay.
Yeah, this is interesting. I'm not sure I've had A or C of either one in what you guys are drinking.
So Martin, is there a theme to these at least?
Trey, would that be safe to say there is?
All right, a theme I could guess.
Sort of.
Yeah, that's an obvious thing right there. Yeah, so there's a huge. Okay.
Not 100%.
I gotta think now. What?
Like I said, I haven't had A or C. I don't know what to say on those. Huh. Interesting.
I don't know. I think everything's finished. I don't care. That's what I'm going with.
It's okay. I just want you to enjoy them. I want you to like.
No, I do. I enjoy it. I enjoy being on. I just enjoy hanging out, to be honest. So. I mean, I just don't do blinds. It's whether I like something or I don't. That's just what it comes down to. I like watching people do blinds. That's for sure.
I went back.
I know it amazes me, especially like when just like with somebody like Jason C does something, and it's like, holy crap! How did you freaking guess that? Or or Cam is obviously amazing at it.
Thanks a lot, Jay. My channel, way to go.
You know what I mean.
I know.
You know what I mean.
I mean, obviously, we don't want to blow wind up your skirt, Marty. But, we're all aware of your talents.
Yes. Master of none. See,
I have a suspicion as to what these 4 bottles are. I have a suspicion.
You might be able to look. You might be able to look and.
Yeah, that was my suspicion. I think that all 4 of them might very possibly be sitting up on the shelf behind you right now.
You think I'd do that?
Absolutely, I do.
Well, I hate to tell you, but you're wrong. That's not.
Yeah.
Okay.
I want to go ahead
and
I can definitely say one of these. None of these are drum key. I know my drum key to be a debut. None of these are drum key to be a debut.
No, I'm talking. I think that it would. I could easily slot all 4 of these possibly into the 4 McBrayer bottles he has sitting up on his.
Yeah, that could be it. You know what? Now you got me thinking.
I've been trying to battle Marty for the past. Hell yeah, Joe, we'll do something, buddy. I'm glad.
I still got some McBrayer samples left.
I think I might have had a sample or 2 of the McBrayer at the Bardstown Blitz, and that's the extent of my experience with it.
Yeah, that could be it. That could be all. They could be all McBrayers.
Trey bottle, sample B. That's worth cracking.
Okay.
I'll say, remind me to tell you something at the end because this is.
Shit, if they're McBrayers, does he do any finishes? I don't think he's ever done a finish, does he?
No.
I got that wrong.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, Marty, that is that sample B. That's the second bottle I've had of that specific bourbon, but I have not.
Haven't. You got that right.
Just haven't cracked it yet.
I've got 3 or 4 different ones. and I went and I've got like 2 unopened, and I went back and saw which one do I think would fit this the best, and I thought this was it, but I didn't try it. I just went off what I could remember.
Yeah, sorry, I just gave a hint. Oh well, sorry.
It's okay.
Well, there you go, Marty. Roger's a fan of yours. I don't know why, but he is.
I don't either. He's got nothing else to do.
I don't know. It's that old age. It's the old age.
Yeah.
That's what happens when you turn 60. You forget things.
What?
Yeah, it can happen before 60. I can tell you that.
You damn right.
Shit, yeah.
Do y'all have a favorite? Or are they all pretty close?
I think.
Okay. I'm gonna write that down.
B is my favorite. B is my favorite.
JG's is B. What do you think the proof is, Jay, on B?
B, I think, is 110.
Okay.
I think
it's Kentucky or Indiana. And that's all I'm going to ask. That's the last of the questions.
Oh, yeah, Kentucky.
Okay. Anybody else?
For B, I think for B, I had like 108, but yeah, I'd agree Kentucky.
B's your favorite, Gary?
I think so.
Wow. And you said 108 in Kentucky.
Yep.
Okay. I'll let Toby take his time.
Oh,
I sent it. Yeah.
But I mean, flip a coin from day to day. It could have just.
So let me ask. So I'm going back and forth between D and B. I mean, I have B in first place right now, but I'm really thinking D might be second. Okay. Anybody else is on that wagon?
On D?
On being like in second place?
A is my second place if I've got B in 1. Those two are really, for me, close to each other.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I could choose pretty much anything after B as a second. To be honest, I would join you on that D being my second for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, I think from last to first for me, it's ACDB.
What was your first?
B is in boy.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, C's my last. I'll say that C's my last.
You know, I'm saying that B is sitting around 115, maybe 120, somewhere in there.
Yeah,
115. I'm thinking 115.
Kentucky, Indiana.
Kentucky.
Okay.
I suck at that question.
I know. No, I don't mean I know you suck at it. I know that's absolutely a ridiculous question. I hate that question.
But there are people in our community who really are good at
oh yeah,
distillation stuff.
2 of them are in the chat.
And I'm just
Darrell and Independent Joe are good at guessing state.
Yeah,
well, Jeff Wack. Jeff Wack is good at that too.
Jeffrey for sure, because he's so in tune with that MGP.
So when I was with all those folks in Rhode Island this past weekend, that was what we did every night. There was a coffee table, a marble coffee table in the living room in the first floor, and there was fucking like 100 bottles just sitting on it. And so, 2 or 3 people would say, "Okay, I want to do a bottle guess." So those 2 or 3 people would leave the room, and somebody in the living room would pick a bottle, pour 3 samples, put the bottle back on the table, and then, hand those samples to, the folks coming in. And Darrell did a lot of it. Jeff did a lot of it. OH did a lot of it. Who else? Anyway, and so they just started, doing, kind of, a lot of it was process of elimination, which in essence made it easier. But the fact that a lot of those guys, one of the first things they were doing was kind of, thinning the herd based on state of distillation. And I'm like, fuck, I can't do that,
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, I mean, they do it all. I mean, they're awesome at it, first of all. So they've got a natural talent for it. But they not only that, they've they've tuned it in so well. I mean, Jarrell's a great example. I mean, when he started off, I remember him really struggling. In fact, he was, but he had all those whiskeys, and he was able to so he's able to, however he, worked out his testing and figuring things out. But so it's definitely developed, but boy, they definitely have a natural talent for it,
That's right. Yeah. And
you
I
want to
don't
know who doesn't get enough credit? And I saw this when we did when I did the New Holland and Evernorth with Dusty, Hello Again, and all them.
Oh yeah.
Katie Turk.
Oh wow.
is
Yeah.
No,
really-
I don't think I think that's well known. Actually, I think that's well known.
I mean, I think we're all
Hands
lucky
down.
that she hasn't competed in anything yet.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if she would. I have a feeling that she doesn't like that type of competition thing. I don't think she would like that. I think she might.
Right.
That might freak her out. But yeah, I think her palate is so freaking spot on. At least it matches with what I like. That's for sure.
And I don't know if it would freak her out. I just think she's arguably so sweet. She doesn't want to beat anybody.
Right. That's kind of what I'm saying. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
But
because what we were doing is, I think it was Dusty and Jeff, and then Katie and myself, and like Katie and I would pick a bottle that we had. They'd try to see if they could identify it, and then they'd pick a bottle, and then Katie and I would work on it. And Katie and I did well, and I'd have to say it's probably 85% her.
Yeah.
Maybe 99.
Yeah. No,
You know,
100%.
and when
But
we
I
were
think,
doing-
but everybody's like, I think a lot of times, I don't know, with at least our group, every time we see that Katie's in on a pick, they're like, oh, okay, things are going to go okay.
For sure. And when it was Marty and myself, Katie and Ethan that were going through the initial 10, 10, and 10 for McBrayer. And, I would say that probably 70 to 80% of the time, I aligned with Katie. Because it's kind of validating, what I want. I want my palate to be.
I think the difference, what I think is a great thing with Katie is that, like, if I'm on a pick, I'm picking something that I like. I think she has the unique ability to pick things that she knows that other people are going to like. You know what I mean? I think she knows how to speak to the masses, which is that's actually, I mean, it doesn't sound like that's a huge talent, but to me, that's a huge talent. She like I'm just picking what I like, and maybe I align with you, maybe I don't, but I think she puts the thought process in that is actually like, that's not only what I might like, but I know this is what other people are going to like. I think she does. That's
right.
how I think she thinks.
Because that's that fine line that when you're doing barrel picks, you have to walk. You may really like the outlier, but if that outlier has some note that the masses are kind of going to go, "What did you sell me?" So
that's when I'm on picks. That's the first 15 minutes. Is I always seem to get drawn to the outlier, and then it's just sort of like, okay, let's just take a minute, go back. Do I like it because am I attracted to it because it's really different, or am I attracted to it because it's actually good? And there's been times where whatever it was in the first 5 to 10 minutes, it's like, oh no, it just fascinated me because of how different it was.
Right.
But that's not the direction that we need to go on the pick.
Yeah, I mean, the one thing that stuck in my mind when I was on the pick for the Cedar Ridge picks for the Match and Journey, that was the one thing I'm going to say that was Jason that said it. I don't think it was Hawk, but it might have been Hawk too. But he was like, when we were going through, it's just the first thing before we even tried anything, we all met up, and he's like, okay, we're going to start this process. I just want you to think, just because it's different doesn't mean it's good. And that's always stuck in my mind when he said that. So when we did the pick, and of course he's a good director, so he'll default you from doing that. But that's the thing is, because I'm like, oh, that's different because I've never tasted that before. I'm like, I mean, really, to be honest, I mean, it'll take a lot for a whiskey for me not to like it. You know, that's pretty sad. But I'm like, I guess I'm pretty agreeable when it comes to that kind of stuff. But I'm like,
I'll tell you two things real quick, and I can't believe I'm actually giving this guy a compliment because he sucks real bad. But Big Vic, I've done picks with Vic, and Vic will pick something out that's different and let you know up front, hey, I think this is different, and then it kind of sets the tone. It'll set the tone for the other two or three that we're looking at. And I always come back to that different one. But also the second thing I wanted to say is when you do a pick, and Gary can speak on this well better than the rest of us, but when you do a pick, you got to make a decision up front. Am I picking for the masses or am I picking for what I like the most? And you got to stick with one of them.
Know your audience.
You got to know exactly what you're doing. And if everybody's trying to pick a bottle that you want or a barrel that you think everybody's going to like, stick with that. But if you think A is a freaking bomb outlier finish thing, got to, make a choice.
Well, and we experienced that not only when we were going through the first 10 Cedar Brook, but when we were going through the last 5, there was, I would say 25% of the Cedar Brooks that we tried had a Weeder Funk on them, and not in a bad way, because there's bad Weeder Funk and there's good Weeder Funk, and these were all good, but at the same time, and only one of those made it through to the top 5, and that's, and I said it on the live stream, and I'll say it now. It's why I like Roger on a pick so much, because that was the one that he stuck to his guns, and that was the one that he wanted, and because it was the outlier from the other 4 when we did that, and but it was, to me, it was just like, I know that if we did that and we put it out, if we're trying to build a reputation, or not only for Cedar Brook and McBrayer, but for Legends of the Oak, that is something that you put out down the road to a very, enthusiastic audience after you've built your reputation.
Roger's great because he was on the Cedar Ridge pick with me too. So he's definitely. Yeah.
And that's right. Roger makes you think and second guess yourself, and which is always good. Always good.
He did that the first 2 picks of Cedar Brook. He had an outlier, and we kept going back to it. And I was like, damn, okay. I see what he's saying now. All right. Go ahead, Gary.
I was going to say the wildest and funnest person. I mean, I've learned so damn much from, but the wildest person to be on a pick with is Michael Klein, because he'll go through things once, and he'll sit on a barrel like a drug dog getting a hit on a suitcase or something. Like he figures it out a half hour before he's like, it's going to be this. Take your time. You'll get there eventually. But I mean,
then he'll go outside and smoke a cigar.
He just I've seen him do this I've seen him do this time and time again, where he's like, this is it. I'll let you guys catch up when let me know when you get there. And just, that's been wild. One of the things that's nice is I eventually get there. And then also with picking with them enough times, it's like when you do picks, you've got to develop confidence in your judgment, because it can be intimidating, because somebody's going to be on a hook for a lot of money when you buy a barrel. And it took a while for me to get to the point where I'm like, yeah, this is it. I'm good. It's like I will sign my name on that dotted line, and because I don't take spending other people's money lightly.
Sure.
Right.
Mm-hmm. All right, let's do a little bottle reveal.
Good points.
I think we're ready. And then it's 15 till 10, and we can open it up if anybody wants to jump on. We'll start with bottle D or sample 4, whatever you want to call it. That is.
Did you say D is in dog or B is in boy?
D is dipshit.
Okay.
D is in dipshit. Yep.
That was the spiciest finish for me.
That is.
So Booker's.
JG. Maybe.
Fuck.
Which Booker's is that?
2023-04.
Oh.
That is
D's
the
and dipshit.
storyteller
Okay,
batch.
fuck.
Oh, I don't have that one. That's great.
What was the proof on that, Marty?
That
Yeah.
is 63.9, 127.8.
Oh, I said 120 on my sheet for D.
Yeah. I had.
I was off, but I kept creeping up and up on that one.
Like I said, I enjoyed it, but I'm a Booker fan, so that doesn't surprise me that I liked it.
I kept creeping up and up, but I only got to 120.
That's what I wrote down. I wrote 120 for my D.
Yep.
Yeah.
Very good. Good guess. The sample C is.
You know, is this another fucking beam flight?
This is probably the oldest of the batch. This is.
All
It's like
right.
fucking Bookers. Okay.
Oh, you definitely played my game on this one.
I thought, and
hilarious.
what's funny? Okay, this is 2021-01.
I'm sorry. Which sample is this? This is sample?
C.
C. Yep.
Okay.
This is the Donahoe's batch.
Nice.
Okay.
That's the oldest Booker's I think I own. Is this one? 2021.
What's the proof? Proof?
125.3.
Damn, I put down 125. 125.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah.
Excellent.
I mean, it was total guess, bullshit
Oh,
guess,
yeah,
but
country
I
ham.
did put 125.
So we're going to go on. We're going to skip sample B since that was everybody's favorite, and let's go on to sample A. And that
I would
is
never have guessed that was a Booker's in the glass.
2021-02.
Eh.
What's the name of that batch?
That is the tag along.
Oh, okay.
Proof?
127.9.
Nice. Oh, shit. I said
Good
105 for that. I said 105.
Good Lord. I said 105. Yeah.
Oh, you said
It was
105.
at least at 113, folks.
Yeah, here you go.
That's
Gary
funny.
gets points. I'm kidding. So let's. I don't know why I'm slow here, but let's get on to the winner. Anybody got a guess?
Oh, I'm gonna say
Is it a
it's
Booker's?
I got to guess.
Old Forester.
That's an Old Forester single barrel B&B pick with a proof.
Oh my god, that's funny.
128.9.
Oh shit, I said 110. Well, that's funny.
This is
Yeah.
B.
Yep.
That thing is longer
Was-
set in the glass, turned into
What's
a
the
leather
age on
bottle.
that old? What's the age on that one?
I don't know what these
No, it's
are.
not age. Okay. I felt like that was the old one.
Wait.
Those aren't old.
No.
So in our defense, we said the proofs and the ages were all pretty similar, and I
And you
think
were
we
right.
were right in that regards.
Yeah. You guessed them wrong, but you were very
Well, you
close.
said that. I didn't. Like
Oh.
my proof sheets doesn't say that, but I mean,
Yeah,
good
they're
job.
all between 120 and 130. Yeah.
But that is hands down, I promise you, the best blue label in this house. The rest of them are so
So
damn
good.
hot.
It's a delicious
kinda
blue
neat.
label because it's not screaming hot. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
That's kind of cool that you did this, and confirmation is that is one of your favorites there.
Oh, yeah.
That's
It's
awesome.
kind of cool.
Yeah, blue.
But I was
blue
thinking
labels are
JG, and I was
the
like,
most
what can I
vanilla.
do that's different?
That's what I'm saying
And I
because
knew-
everybody's like, oh, the one thing that I'm like, I get it because it is true, but I mean, they say, oh, taste is subjective, but I'm like, is it really? Is it really? Because
Right.
like a lot of us can come up to the same conclusion that we like something the best,
Yeah.
and so is it really that subjective? Or we just say that so we're not, or is that something to say because as a reviewer, someone that reviews something, they don't want to shit on something.
Right. Now, I got a review tomorrow coming out, and I shit all over the price. and it was sent from the company.
Oh yeah, bourbon and balls. Yeah, Country Ham is amazing. I wish I had some of that.
That's the one Booker's I own. Country Ham.
Oh gosh, so good.
I've never tried the rye. I've always wanted to
I've
try
only
that.
had Country Ham. It was a whole bunch of years. I mean, it was when it relatively came out, and it was a pour at a bar, and I absolutely completely remember that pour.
What was Country Ham? 19? 19?
It's, yeah, when I was just first getting into
Oh,
bourbon.
bourbon and balls. Yeah, 19. Yeah. There it is. Hold on. Wow.
1903.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, I guess I'm going to have a pour of that now.
Yep.
I mean, it was really Country Ham. It was the first time. It was like, because I was really, when I started off, I was into Scotch and Irish, and when Booker's was really the first thing that I tried. This bourbon. I'm like, oh, this is now I get it.
Yeah.
And it might have been that Country Ham actually that did that for me.
I've got a little hand delivery from World's Worst Bourbon Channel. I'm gonna try it now
Nice.
since you're here. Gee,
All right, I gotta try this Marty blend.
it's
If
good.
I pass out from turn blue, purple, or green, it's
Yeah, you'll know why.
you know why? Call the
Calling the
FBI.
hazmat team.
You know why? Call the FBI.
I'll tell you this. I know there's Pappy 15 in there. There's Buff Turkey. What else did I put in that?
Sir Davis.
Is this from an Infinity bottle?
Oh yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, that's why I went with dates instead of just putting infinity. In
Oh, okay.
there.
So there's Buff Turkey in here.
Change.
I have. Oh wow.
Yeah, it's not bad. It won't
No,
blow your
it's not at
socks
all.
off, but it's good.
Man, that's a brown sugar bomb.
Yeah, Country Ham beats all the others.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question. You're right, Gary. That's just
6 years, 4 months, and 2 days.
wow.
124.7 proof.
Yeah, and back in then it was $60 or 65. Jesus. God.
That's probably what I paid. I might have paid 70 for mine.
Yeah, I mean, but it was. But I mean, you did get some extra stuff. I mean, it's a great presentable bottle. You get the box.
Yeah.
I mean, I know those are
Right.
extra costs. So
And I think I probably got mine in towards the end of 2020 or early 2021. So. Was that the one that arrived in the green envelope?
It did.
No. Okay. I figured it was. I just wanted to be sure.
Vic nailed it. The Infinity Blend has cardboard notes. Yeah,
that's weird. It's
a lot.
like I like the nose. I do like the nose better than the taste. But because it's weird because there's not really much of a finish. It's crazy. It's like it's all flavor up front, and then we're having all those different things in it.
Yeah,
That's
I mean,
crazy.
it's just I started. It's right here. I mean, you can see the color of it now, and it just I get a little bit added to it about once every 2 weeks. And anytime I send something out to somebody that hadn't had anything before from me, I'll always include that bottle.
Yeah, it's a flavor punch right up front, but then the finish for me just dives off. Which
I'll tell you this,
I kind of like it. It's in a weird way. I kind of like it because you keep
I
on
think
wanting
it might have
you
been-
want to go back and keep on sipping it.
Yeah, well, Hack said when I sent him and Mac a bottle of it, and I think Hack, not Mac, but I think Hack said, "Man, if you tried to pick this apart, you'd throw yourself off a bridge or something.
Yeah,
you'll
definitely.
never get."
Yeah, it's like everything's canceling everything else out in a weird way.
Gary, this nose is nowhere near the proof. I don't think it's close. 106. Yeah, Now, ooh, yeah, took that one deep.
Yeah, that's weird. I mean, in a good way. I like it. I definitely like it because you could want to keep on drinking it.
Oh God, that's the best of the three, Gary, hands down. That sugar note, that powdered sugar. Almost makes you freaking state fair carnival shit. The nose matches it though. Now I've gone back since I've had a taste. The nose has got the sugar forward. Wow.
Oaky vanilla ice cream with a hint of cinnamon. That's what we came up with.
Yeah. Vanilla bean. Wow. Yeah. I'm sure that's long gone, right? Just go ahead and I'm going to add. Okay. That's okay. It should be.
I mean, so there's, we tried to have Jack, the owner of Northside, we told him to take the entire barrel, which was like 186 bottles, which for these Magnus picks was actually a shorter barrel. But he split it with like one of his kind of partner stores. And the partner store got it under their label. So instead of Northside Liquors and Pour Nerds, it says Greg's Getting to Go. I don't know if he got like 60 of the bottles. Northside took like about 126, and that Northside between our Pour Nerds pre-sale for the local folks and the Northside folks, Northside stuff was gone within a couple days. I don't know if there's still any sitting around at Greg's, just because he's kind of out in the middle of nowhere, and people don't realize, I think, who necessarily picked that barrel. But I'm like an hour and a half from where that store is, so and it's kind of like, even if I were to go somewhere, it's out of the way, even if I was passing by it.
Trey, I don't remember when I know she had another Old Forester single barrel at B&B around Christmas, and I tried it and it was good, but I don't think that's what we've got. I think we've got an older one.
Yeah, mine is definitely older. In fact, I just cracked it. I'm trying it now.
Okay.
I mean, this thing is at least 6 months old, probably older than that.
Okay.
Yeah, I can't recall, but it is. Yeah, it's very, very good.
Yeah,
Gary, I've not had sugar like this on a proof like that, and I don't know how long.
Yeah, it's so chocolatey.
Yeah.
Well, you'll have to ask Nancy how it is, because Maureen made sure that she got a bottle of it.
Oh, nice.
I talked to Nancy last night. She's got 2 weeks of classes at her house. Teaching. She's had people from Magnus and Frey Ranch, I think. Yeah, she's been killing it.
Yeah.
So we still are trying to narrow down a date for a Whiskey Nose live stream with her and Jonathan.
Yeah. Well, we'll tell her, like, if she doesn't like that bottle, just have her send it to you.
Okay. Yeah. No shit. Hey, Eric. Yeah. Whatever you want to do, buddy. I'll just add Bourbon and Balls and Steve Paul to Thursday's wheel, or I can, if y'all would rather me add you to the anniversary wheel, that's fine too. But yeah, we got some bottles for that.
So you're doing that this Thursday?
Next.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Yeah. Well, yeah. 2 weeks. So from Tuesday, 2 weeks from today.
Yeah, 2 weeks from
Thursday.
today.
Okay, cool.
We've had a lot going on between, you know how it is, Jay, with McBrayer and then me on Tuesdays. But no, next Tuesday will be.
What day is that? March.
Well,
It's 17th.
it'd be the St. Patrick's
It's a
Day.
Tuesday.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
good. No, because I'm going to be. My son and I were going next week from the 10th. We're going to go to the Players Championship in Florida.
Cool.
So that's
Okay,
good.
yeah.
I won't miss that. Yeah. So are you going, Gary?
No, I was waving hi to Katie.
Oh, okay. Damn. was going to say, like, yeah, I'm going to put a post out there to just see if anybody that's in Florida, that's, you know, around that area that's either going to the thing themselves, I would love to meet up with them. So
I am far from Florida.
yeah. But we're going to St. Augustine. The only person I can think of that's down there, but I haven't seen much of him lately is
Cheech.
yeah, Cheech Arlino. Yeah.
Yeah.
But he hasn't.
I think Roy R is not that far from there. I don't know if you know him.
No, I mean I've seen him in chat, of course.
Yeah.
But
Hey, Gary.
no, I don't have Cheech's. I don't have any contact info for Cheech. I mean, I've met him. Well, I've met him.
I got his number. I'll send it.
Yeah, send me Cheech's info. That'd be cool because yeah, he's there. And then I mean, the last time I saw him was at the Bourbon Junkies event way back, Horrors in the Park. That was way back.
What's up, Jess? But no, Gary, was anything close to this barrel when you did this pick?
In terms of
Outlier, like this is unbelievable. Like the other two wouldn't have the other two picks I've got won't stand a chance against this one.
So the 4 barrels that we got to try, there was two of them that I would say had closer to a more traditional MGP profile. Our second place was one of those. It was like the initial lead, but then as time went by, that one passed it by, and then the other two that we had, the other two that had that sort of oaky vanilla ice cream, that was the better of the two of those.
Okay,
if that makes sense. And
yeah, it does.
And then proof wise, I think our lowest proof might have been like 102. Our highest proof was about 110. So they were all in the lower proof range. The folks over there were saying that the yields with the wood on the Seguin Moreau barrels, they said, is very comparable to what Michter's had with the precision fine grain. It was a really tight grain. The yields that they were getting were consistently over 200 bottles, which at barrel proof in 10 years was freaking amazing. And like I said, this one was 186. So relatively speaking, that was a short barrel of those Seguin Moreau run. And then everything that Coppercraft / Magnus had, it was all from a single production day.
Okay.
So they got like 100 barrels of this. It was all from a single day. They just took that day's run. But Bill Bauer, who's down in Houston, he got one, and he said he had a buddy come over that had the Specs one, and the guy that had the Specs one tried that and just said, "Oh, that just curb stomped the Specs one." It's like, where do I get this? And Bill's like, "Yeah, you don't."
Yeah.
But yeah, when we had that, it was nice because I got Travis up there added into the pick team, and it's unless Neary, if Neary's not there, if it's not me and Neary there, we're not going to put the Poor Nerd's name on it, and that's only the 4th bottle to have a Poor Nerd's
You talking about Travis
name
Rhodes?
associated with it. No, Travis Neary.
I was about to pour it out. If that was...
Yep. Nope. The ninja. Nobody important himself.
Yeah, I hope you bought multiple because that is really, really special.
Yeah, Travis bought 6 of those. He's like, fuck it, case. I got a couple.
I know a guy that'll say the same thing on some things. Won't say his name, but I know. I got a guy.
That guy.
I got a guy.
Yeah.
I mean, like, look at our McBrayers. Look at that back there.
That's like half of them. The other are gone.
Yeah. Show them the local UPS store, Toby. Slide to the side a little bit.
Oh, it's actually pretty good. You've made some progress on the box.
Yeah, it's actually much better right now.
If Toby's heat
Well,
goes out during the winter, he can take his supplies and have a fire for 3 days. We're grateful for that. I say that with respect.
And I sent out like 27 packages in like 24 hours last week before going to Rhode Island. It was crazy.
Yeah.
So Marty, I know you had the seal box Magnus. What other Magnus did you have?
It is Breaking Bourbon.
Oh,
Yeah,
all right then.
Kurt, I thought it was good. I think it's very close to the seal box. I think the Breaking Bourbon might be a shade sweeter than the seal box pick, but I think I get the proof more off the seal box bottle. But I think they're both. It's almost like we talked about a minute ago, man. You're talking about apples and oranges, and if you have to pick one, it's very hard to do that with those two bottles. So I've got a cool video. I've not shot it yet. I've got the thumb made and everything, and I've got a lot of seal box picks here, and I want to do a video talking about what seal box offers. And has anything been a total disappointment? Because they've sent me 2 or 3 bottles to review, but everything else has been purchased. My buddy Kurt buys almost all their picks, and he gives me one or gives me samples of it. And I kind of want to just break down what they're doing, because sometimes Sealbox will drop a pick and you'll be like, damn, whoa, where'd that come from? You know, just like a Magnus pick or something like that. And I kind of want to give whoever, all 6 people that watch the video, a little bit of confidence of they can go with it. It's going to be okay. You know, you're not going to be disappointed. Now, granted, nothing I have here is a Sealbox pick over $200. Nothing like that. Everything is like, you know, I think one of my favorite is the Humidor blend. Where was that?
Oh, that one. Is that the one we had at the?
Yes, that's the one Hawk brought out.
Yeah, I don't know. That one didn't hit me right.
I thought it was fantastic for $80. I mean,
I have to admit, I mean, I probably need to try it with a cigar. That probably does hold up well with a cigar.
But this will hold up good with a cigar, kind of like that Penelope cigar, batch 1.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't had
light
that
wrapper, a Connecticut wrapper. If you go anything darker, I think you're going to be really disappointed. You got to do light with light, you know. So, but I really enjoy that bottle. I think it's really good. But no, that's a video. I've got to kind of want to do some homework on it and take good notes and kind of break things down. And I'm going to show, like, I've got a Sealbox 10-year bourbon over there. It's solid for $80. You know, a 10-year MGP. So I thought it was really good. I've got that one. I'm trying to think what else I put on there. The Magnus. That. And then I've got the a blend of straight bourbon whiskeys, barrel number 2, age 5 year, 3 months. It's just a blend. And this one's like 69. And I mean, it's really good. It's not
nice.
It's worth it. I mean, it's got 116.2. So kind of working on that. Tomorrow, I just tooting my horn. I'm video dropping. Barrel Bourbon sent me that 12-year toasted American oak. I don't know why they had to throw American oak on it, but it just, you know, they should have just said 12-year toasted. But it's Kentucky, Indiana, and Tennessee. But it's $160.
Oof.
That's where. So I didn't shit on it. I just said, you know, your wallet. It's up to you. I'm not paying it, but thank you for what you did do.
Yeah.
So I did it. I think Tommy Bourbon Jerk's going to get one, and he'll review it. But it's funny. My wife loves barrel bourbon. She just loves it because those proofs kind of hold tight.
Yeah, I mean, they do a good job. Not a lot not to like. I mean,
yeah, I mean, you know, the 5-year double oak, you know, batch 36, 37, Armagnac finish. as soon as I do the review, I hand her the bottle. It's out of here. It's downstairs on her bar.
It's a great looking bottle too. I mean, I don't know. I like the shape of their bottles. I mean, it's different. It's what definitely barrel sticks out on the shelf for God's sakes with their button. I don't think anybody else has that bottle shape.
Well, I mean, if you remember, was it 2 years ago that they sold off the whole rick or the whole warehouse full of barrels?
Yeah.
Everybody was
We thought they were going away.
That might have been, you know what? That's kind of one of those deals now looking back, because the Armagnac finish is a banger. Me and Toby, what did we review, Toby? 37?
Yeah.
It was good. There was nothing wrong with batch 37. This
Nope.
12-year toasted is fantastic. So whatever they decided to do, hell, it might have worked for them. Mind your own business. Don't think.
I mean, I know there's a few people in the chat tonight that weren't, they had commented that they didn't really care for seagrass, but I'm telling you what, that is absolutely my favorite summer pour, seagrass. I mean, I've probably gone through about 6 or 7 bottles of that thing
I
over the
still
years.
have batch 1. I still have a bottle of batch 1 downstairs.
Oh, just whatever batch. They've all been consistent.
Yeah.
They all taste the same to me. I mean, it is definitely unique for sure. I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's almost like, I don't know if you really call it a whiskey. It's more like a cocktail. But man, I just, for the summer, oh, so good. I never even put it on ice. I have to maybe try that, but I'm like, but still, I just absolutely love that for the summer.
I mean,
But I can't drink it. No, I can't drink it any other time of the year though. That's got to be summer. It's got to be warm weather.
for Finnish whiskey, at the price that they run, nobody touches them. I mean,
Yeah.
no, I
get why people don't like it.
I mean,
that's fine. I just like it.
I mean, Foregate, what they do with finishes, top level. But if you want to come in at around half the price, and what Barrel does, I've had several. Yeah, I've had several picks. I've got a seagrass, I got a dovetail, etc. I had an ice wine one. I had a tocage finish, phenomenal. I
got that the Synergy 2, just from when Sherport was doing the mystery bottles. I love that bottle. It's a great bottle.
Yeah,
I got for $35 the Synergy. It was so good.
No, you're right. Just for the money, they're compared to other things. Yeah, they're good.
Yeah.
Have you talked, Gary? Have you talked to Bill or anybody at Foregate on what's coming or what the plan is there?
I think they just need to run out the clock on their distribution deal with RNDC, and then they would be free to go. RNDC is just. Can I swear on your stream?
Absolutely.
Plug your ears, this is the opinion that I've heard. I can't state this as fact. This is merely opinion. Don't sue me. But from what I understand, RNDC is fucking over so many craft distilleries and wineries in how they've been operating in the last couple of years. And I think they've been trying. I know that they've got a buyout clause that is prohibitively expensive, and I think they've just been daring people to buy them out. So I don't know if I think once they get to the point where whatever the current distribution deals go away and people can start jumping ship and going to other distributors, it'll be a liberation. That's no direct knowledge, no. This is all second to eighth hand, but that's the scuttlebutt in terms, take that for what it's worth.
Well, I hope it's worth a whole lot, because I don't want to see them go away. And
neither do I. There was some things that I had a chance to try.
Yeah, because when's the last time they put something out? It's been a while.
Triple Oak.
It's been a while, but I mean, so they did release their Amburana, which I thought their Amburana was really good, but they do have an Amburana Añejo rum, and I got to try that, and that was something. When I tried it, it's like, okay, set aside a couple $100. I'm getting that when it drops. They had got this extremely expensive I think it was Spanish brandy barrel that had some other things that had huge history. Got to try that after the whiskey in there had been in there for a couple weeks, and it's like, okay, there's another couple $100. It's like I tried some stuff where it's like, okay, I'm going to set aside about $1,000, and when these bottles finally hit the shop, boom, just going, grab first, ask questions later. But I don't have to ask questions because I had a chance to preview them. I was lucky enough to have that opportunity, and I am just biding my time until they get a chance to start dropping new stuff, because I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure it's bottled, it's raring to go, and they just need to be able to find a way to get it to consumers because it's not with their current distributor.
Well, that whole explanation thrills me because I spent a lot of time with Bill at the Blitz a year ago, and he was telling me, Marty, I'm doing this, we're working on this, we're working on like a under $100 bottle regular release that'll be fantastic. And so what you're saying, Gary, makes perfect sense. It's just them biding their time, because I know Bill is 100% in now, or has been for over a year, with this being a career for him. So I know they're doing all they can to get it to work, and I want it to work.
Yeah.
And God Almighty, I've been to Bill's house, and that was me and Darrell and Jason. And Lord God, you talking about a shit show.
I got to go to Bob's house. I didn't get to go to Bill's house. I got to go to Bob's house.
Yeah, I love Bob's awesome.
Wow. And to hang, I've gotten to hang with Bob a little, more than I've gotten to hang with Bill, but both of those guys, damn, they know their stuff, generous as hell. And I mean, let me move my fat head. That's 3 deep over there, and there might be another couple bottles back in the bunker. I am
Well, I mean, it's good to hear because just because again, it just gets concerned because really, ever since our original Blitz, I don't know what they've done. I mean, it's crazy.
Yeah, I mean they're kind of rock hard place along with a lot of other people that are with that distributor.
And actually, the way that things have gone, they're actually now priced with about everybody else because they never changed their price really. They were always high, but now everybody else is just as high, if it's not higher.
I mean, but there was always the value at their price.
No, I'm not. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying. But they stuck with it, and they never raised it. Really, they never raised it. Maybe for some ultra special, maybe they went to $250 instead of $199.
Right.
But hell, I mean, you have to admit they stuck with a price, and it was worth that price.
Yeah.
And it's kind of funny how the rest of the whiskey, like premium brands, because I would consider have now gotten up to them or now exceeding them. It's kind of so it makes them look like the value whiskey now for what they do.
Yeah. But and when people, I've got people that ask me about it because they know that I have a fair amount of it, and here's what I tell them: if the description of the bottle sounds like something that appeals to you, you will love it. I've found that I am not a huge sherry finish fan, especially if it's like an Oloroso finish, a drier sherry finish. Mm-hmm. So I've learned to stay away from those. But when the pick that we ended up doing was a sherry and I think it was a sherry rum finish or sherry port finish, and the balance of the second of that other finish, before the sherry got too drying, it came in with that sweetness, and oh my God, just so good. But there's other ones that were just strictly sherry finish, and I tried them. It's like, oh, okay, this is good. It's just not my jam.
No, I mean my buying has gone down so much that my attitude now is I'd rather buy something. I don't mind if I'm going to buy something and it's and I'm going to pay $200. I'd rather pay $200 for something
that you
than
love.
buy 2 bottles of $100, something that I'm just gonna say is okay.
Yeah.
I just rather buy the $200 bottle knowing that I'm gonna savor the shit out of it versus like just buying even buying 4 bottles of $50 stuff now. I mean, like, though I have to admit, like, it was nice seeing David talk about tonight about going back to just the regular shelfers and stuff like that. And I'm like, there is some appeal to that. Because I've kind of like, I mean, really, to be honest, if I look back what's behind me, it's like everything's single barrels pretty much. And just like, it's like, I'm like, it's like, I don't really have much, or the shelfers I buy are like Wild Turkey 101 or whatever, just, is because I can use it for a mixer or whatever. But it's like, he's kind of got a point. That's kind of what originally got me excited about stuff. And maybe that's the route to go again and go back to where you're just getting good, decent bottles. But I don't know. I have so much now that it's like, it's fine that I've kind of slowed down. That's just me.
Well, that's the same thing here. I'm trying to think of like when the last time I bought a shelfer was, and it's now granted, I'll admit I'm a bougie bitch. That said, I've got so many bottles that, if I'm going to buy a bottle, it has to be something special. So, if it's a pick that I did, there's a handful of some other folks that, I will occasionally get a pick, or if I get an opportunity to buy, a special bottle, something, allocated that I can grab at retail, I will. But other than that, it's like this year, my goal this year is to try to get rid of 2 bottles for every 1 bottle that comes in the door.
I'm kind of with you on that. I really am.
Go to rehab.
Well, that's the thing is I'm not going to be able to do that by drinking through them. So I'm going to have to find other ways for them to head out the door.
Well, that's the sad thing is because the majority of us that are in our community, especially in our tight knit group of whatever, maybe 1,000 people at most. But I'm like, we're not doing it to just like, we really savor it. It's like, we're drinking something neat. It's not like it's just, we're not doing a shot, it's like, boom. No, it's like,
right. Yeah.
It takes a while. I mean, we might drink through it fast, but it's still not, we're not shooting it. We're really trying to break it down. Even if you're not thinking about it, you're still trying to break it down whether you like it or not. But that's also the crux of it, because you buy a bottle and it's like, okay, I've got, you got 24, 25 ounces in a bottle, 750 bottle, and you're like, okay, that's I'm like, maybe I'm doing a 2-ounce pour at the most. I mean, usually it's a 1-ounce pour that I'm pouring in my Glen. That's good. It's going to take me 25 sits to get through a bottle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that was great when you want to just try everything off the shelf and you didn't, because you're just getting into this whole thing. And it's like, but now it's like, God, it's like, all right. I mean, and I know I'm on the low end of what most people have, but it's just like, it gets a little crazy, and it's a little sad too, because it's like, if you think about it, when we were going through this whole thing, that was the wonderful thing about it, like bonding with everybody, like, oh, you got that, I got that, I got this, I got that. It's like that we all had the same bottles was kind of cool. That's that's the only thing I hate about that I'm not doing.
And if we didn't, we were able to trade the samples, so everybody
right, which is now what we're doing, thanks to Toby. But
but
but also on the other side of what you're saying, JG, is like, you don't have to go to the store anymore. We're so much part of the same pick group.
Oh yeah,
we're buying the same picks. So if we wanted to say, let's grab Jason's bottle right here, drum key, let's have a pour.
Right.
Game on, kind of thing. So we don't have to worry about.
That's the only thing. That's the only expensive thing that I'm doing right now is I'm doing the Barrel King, and it's just to really just get Jason stuff. And oh damn, Jesus! This again next month. This month they didn't. His Rye's not coming out this month. I was like, God damn it! But it's all right. I mean, then I've got to because I just trust Jason so much with his palate. Whatever, call me kiss ass, whatever. I don't give a shit. But I mean, but the point being is like, I'm like, oh, now I've got to guess at what bottle I'm going to get for this month. And it's like, okay, I hope it's good. Because last month I got this cherry cola one and it's good, but I'm like, it's like, it just didn't really impress me. It's like, damn it.
I know when I go out to my older brother's to visit. I'll bring both bags of whiskey. I'll bring a bag of whiskey that's mine of things that I want him to try, and then the other bag will be bottles that will be left behind. Things. It's I tell him it's all good, but they're bottles that have been like open for a while that I will never go back to.
Yeah.
So it's funny because Maureen flew out there back in the fall, and when she got there, he's like, "Where's the black bag?" And she's like, "I flew. There is no black bag."
No.
I was there for a couple weeks in December, and there was the black bag, and he didn't see that on his bar downstairs. All of a sudden, there was six additional bottles that weren't there before I got there, and he always tells me we drink with a different purpose in mind, but it's funny because he went from drinking rocks glass with some ice, and now he'll pour neat into a Glen, and he will give some things a little bit more thought than he was before, but he'll still say whatever. It's like, if you bring it, I will drink it. But I found he doesn't like finished. He didn't really care. I've tried to figure out about where his palate lies, and then just try to find bottles on my shelf that it's like, yeah, they will get more use at his place than they will at mine.
Yeah. This is where we're all at. And I'm sure. And again, I said this last year. I'm like, oh, I'm going to slow down, and then I ended up with more bottles than I got rid of, which was kind of funny. But so far this year, I'm sticking to my. I don't want to call it resolution, but whatever.
Well,
it's my desire is kind of it's my desire more than anything else. But at the end of the day, it's not even about the whiskey; it's about hanging out with you guys.
Yeah. No, last year I finished with one less bottle than I started with.
Wow.
Yeah, I made a point to get rid of, try to counter every bottle that came in with, making sure a bottle goes out. And this year I'm committed for that 2 bottles go out for everyone that come in. And I'm probably now and then I looked at how much I bought so far this year. I'm like, shit, I'm going to have to be seriously going through getting rid of the bottles that I know I'm never going to get to in my life.
This is truly such a first world problem.
Yes. Yeah.
It really is.
First world problem.
So it's like, yeah. I guess we'll go to we have a cigar lounge where they allow you to bring whatever spirits you want, and I've posted a couple times, and I'll bring 3 or 4 bottles, and I'm like, anybody want? I'm casting it out, and everybody's like, I'm good. I'm like, come on, please take my freaking whiskey. God damn it, another.
It's funny you tell that story, JG, because that's what I do. I've got a buddy, Chris Jones, back in Bristol, and he has Sidetrack Cigar, and he's had his father-in-law. You remember that, Trey, when it was in the train station?
Yeah.
So then they moved on State Street, and then he passed away, and Chris and his wife run it. But every time I go back home, I always I'm like, y'all, we've got multiple killer travel bags for whiskey and stuff. I'll go through here, and if I've not touched it in 2 years, and it's either sent to me or just whatever, I'll throw it in the bag. It's like, I'm not going to miss this. I need to make room. I don't need it anymore. I took him 3 Hard Truths. I took him some Keeper's Heart. I took him some Broken Barrel. I can go on and on. I took him 27 bottles at Christmas, and he's got a back room that's got the big TV, and it's kind of like his lounge, and he's got this bookcase now. I rolled in there with all those bottles, and he goes, holy shit, Marty. He goes, man, I can't afford all this. I said, did you think I was going to charge you for these? No. I said, this proves, Chris, and this is where he, if a black guy can turn red, he turned red. So Chris, just being funny. Chris looked at me, and I was like, dude, no, these are for you. These come with no cost. They come with no return. Man, just leave them out here for your people. And he's like, oh my God, he goes, they're going to die. I took him some Remus picks, bourbon and rye, just all kinds of shit. And it's a great thing when you can do that for somebody and know that, you know, my wife is going to be happy to see some of this shit go out the door.
Right.
So I'm just being honest.
But just think of yourself now, and then put yourself 3 years ago, or whatever, and you'd be like, you wouldn't want to get rid of a bottle because you're like, oh, maybe I need that for something.
Yep. Well,
And
my
it is
long-term,
such.
Jay, is what
It's a
you've
total.
got behind
Yeah.
you. This is not my retirement plan here. This is not.
No,
where I
but
wanna
what
be.
I'm saying is, it's like we have, and we still probably do it a little bit. But I'm like, we have this. We talk about you laugh. You watch these A&E channel with these hoarders, and you're like, damn, you can kind of understand the hoarder mentality. You know, because they're like, that's so hard. I'm like, I mean, and I still have that to a point, because even some of the favorite, bottles I've ever had, I still have saved like 2 ounces, and I put it aside. I'm like, I don't know if I'll ever get to it, but I'm like, I had to save 2 ounces. Why?
With each passing year, I've become less and less precious about such things.
Right. But it's that's a hard threshold. It's funny because it almost takes you like being beat over the head to get to that.
And we all agree is a fantastic channel name.
Wait, you froze, so we don't know what
What's the name of the channel?
Whiskey Hoarders.
Yes.
Whiskey Hoarders. Fantastic channel name.
Yes.
Yeah.
But no, I killed some bottles last year that a year or two ago it would have been very difficult for me to do, and now it's so much easier, because one of the things that comes to mind is it's like, oh, I shared it with, when these people came over, they tried it. I shared it with, I shared it with them. I shared it with that. It's, it's like that bottle has seen so much life, and so many other folks got to try it. It's like, yeah, what do I still need? Why do I still need a couple ounces?
Right.
It's getting low enough, run it through. So I mean, the last, I killed my 2020 King of Kentucky last year, my Old Carter American Batch 4, my Old Carter Bourbon Batch 4, several other, I would say, high value targets that just, they got shared, they got enjoyed, they lived their life. I have the memories. I don't need the liquid.
Yeah. Whiskey Habit just put out a good little comment there.
We
didn't always have such a good whiskey available to buy, which is true, because it was tough to get stuff. And then, yeah, exactly. Just, I mean, that's a great comment.
Yeah. But like I was talking about with you, Jay, like this isn't the end game with everything in here. Like I would love to have, and they don't exist in Raleigh. And if they do, they're $600,000 houses, but a house with a basement to where you could do all these individual shelves. You could put all the K. Luke, all the Elijah Craig's, all the Old Elk, all that stuff all the way around. And to me, when I started this journey and the channel and everything, that was my end game. And I'm just not real sure if that's ever going to happen. So the stuff, like I said, the stuff I'm not really going back to, it needs to go.
Well, I mean, it's because like we all have pretty nice places that we're enjoying our whiskeys, and we enjoy it because we're doing the this online stuff, which is what makes it enjoyable for the space that we're in. So I think maybe back then you're like, oh, I'm going to create this whole space. I'm going to have all these people over. Well, great. Those people aren't coming over. We're here now in virtual, and that's why it's like, that's why to me, that's why that dream maybe is not the same dream anymore.
Or like, we had a couple weeks back, the there's a store that picking with. We had Knob Creek and then a Jack Daniels pick, so we had a couple nights down there, and everyone brought a couple bottles with them to share, and everyone's just trying to one up the other person. It's just like, just boom, and like just like everyone's bringing their top shelf stuff just because. What else? What else is having it for?
Right.
Let's just throw it out there. Have a great time with the people we enjoy hanging with.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, I mean
tomorrow is guaranteed to nobody.
I mean the last Blitz. I mean the one before that was also awesome too. But the last Blitz with the bottle shares. I mean I remember I was like if I had to add up. Like if I was to buy all those foods at a bar, I'd probably drink $1,000 to $1,500 worth of whiskey if I was buying the 1 ounce quarts. It was crazy.
Yeah, I mean between the mix of hitter allocated and then people bringing the various store picks, just unique things. Just I mean,
it's just amazing. I mean, that's why I said that's what I enjoy. That's all I mean, those are the things that I'm like, I absolutely enjoy. I'm like I will. I mean, we're already got our room booked for the Blitz, but I'm just saying. But I'm like, there's a certain events that like I just do not want to miss ever again because it's because again we I don't know. It's the best thing ever because it's like I see you, Gary, or it's just anybody. It's like. How is it that like the majority of our conversations is maybe me making some damn jokes or really it's me just saying cheers. But I'm like, I feel like I have this bond with all you guys that it's like beyond like we have this like it's just weird. It's just the weirdest thing I've ever been. It's like we went to high school together. We're at a high school reunion. I've never had this same experience outside of that. And I'm like, it's just the best thing I've ever been a part of by far.
Yeah.
By far. And it doesn't even have to do with the whiskey anymore. It really doesn't. That's what we talk about.
I mean, there's times where the whiskeys become kind of secondary and stuff.
If you had approached me 7 years ago and told me, you're actually going to go out of town and meet up with a bunch of people on YouTube, I'd be like, that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
Yeah,
I'm not a nerd. I do not do. No, there ain't.
Or it's like you're gonna go meet who online? Are you trying to get game ranked or what?
Yeah, are you trying to get killed? What is your end game here with this?
Yeah,
exactly. I mean, we're generations like, okay, you did what to meet somebody online? No, you go meet someone in person at at least at a bar for God's sakes. I mean, like, come on. I mean, like, no, it's like, oh yeah, it's like the most taboo things that. Kids from the 70s, 80s be like, what the hell? What did you what?
Well, when my kiddo that lives down in Louisville got married a couple of years ago, I had several people that I invited that I've met through this. I mean, just I had people that I've known for years on other things, and I've had people through this, and honestly, some of the people that I've met through this were the most well received by the rest of the family.
I mean, think about it. I mean, it's just like it's such an amazing thing. Like, I mean, like I don't know, the community. Like, it's like if one of us had like, and it's happened obviously, and someone has some hard times. What do? We find a way to support them. We find a way to make a charity for them. We find that, someone's sick and we're like, well, shit. I mean, like, I don't know where you get this outside of like a church community or a synagogue or something like that. I just don't know where you get that. And it's just this weird thing. I don't know. It's just the most amazing thing that I've been a part of. And I just absolutely, it really has. I'm getting all sappy and shit, but I agree.
I'm disagreeing with you, brother.
It literally has been. It's just like it's like literally like the perfect example is when I met you at the first Blitz. Like I just walk into a bar and there's Marty, and it's like it wasn't even like we never met before. It was like it's just like, this is just natural. It was just like,
We
we've
picked
known
up
each other
where we left
and we
off.
have known each other for a while, but it's like but we never met.
Yeah,
But it's
we
like,
picked up where we
Right.
left off. I
holy
agree with
fuck.
that.
I mean, excuse
Yeah.
my language, but shit.
And that's the same way with
Well,
Toby. You know,
along with what Jay's saying, and you double down on the excuse me, the sappiness. I think it's a shortcut for any of us to think that we're all here just because of a love for brown liquor. I think that there's a lot of other reasons that people are part of this community, and maybe it's a bit of escape from some struggle that they're dealing with, in their personal life. Maybe it's a sense of loneliness that they're dealing with, and it's a place where they can come and everybody knows their name, and so anyway, and because it's easy for us to go on as adults and get mired in our own daily lives and not realize what other people close to us or close to us on camera might be dealing with, and what is motivating them to be, on camera, or in chat or whatever it is. And yeah, so I think there's a lot more to it. And
No, there
think
is. It's definitely.
I think
Oh,
that's
except for this son of a bitch that just jumped on. That guy had a good
yeah.
Right.
I think that's what gives it some of the depth that it has.
It really
is.
I mean,
there's more to it.
There is, but it's also, what I love about it too is, yes, it's deep, but in the best way. It's also superficial. It's exactly the escape that, at least for me, that I need. I can come in here. I don't have to worry about the politics in the world. Like, I'll discuss politics with you if we agree with the same politics, but not in this community. But I love the fact that I can come here and this is just like, it's just my release. It's just like, I don't have to think. I can just make my jokes. I can do whatever. I can just, and it's like, and it's all receptive. And I just like the fact that superficial part is what I absolutely love too. But if, like, again, like, if there's somebody that's like hurting, we all step up. Obviously some more than others, but it's like they we make sure that person is taken care of. It's amazing. It's amazing. It's just.
Yep. And I think we just got a glimpse into why, JG is here. I mean, he comes here so that he can express his witty sarcasm, because
my inner 15-year-old. Hell yeah.
He's like an HR nightmare.
I mean, yeah. Well, you laugh about that. It's like so with David Collins, with shelf turns or whatever. Every year where I work, you got to do your annual required training, and of course it's like anti-harassment, blah blah blah. And every year that I go through that training, I text him. I'm like, dude, every time I think about you, I think about how you would answer and how I would get fired.
hey Gary, I've got a question from Greg. I've tried a lot of the old Carters. I have a 2019 single barrel from DC.
Yeah, I need an audience here.
Barrel number 25. Ask if he knows where that is sourced from.
So it is believed that a lot of the old Carter single barrels are Barton. There's been once or twice that somebody said this one might have been a Heaven Hill, but by and large, Barton has what's been things have tracked more with Barton than other. And if you get into the American whiskey, which there's been the rare single barrel of, mostly recent, those are all MGP. But yeah, I would venture to say Barton is the safest bet on those. Allegedly.
Yeah. Have you had any of the newer stuff?
By newer stuff,
last year.
Yeah. So I've with having the kiddo there, I've been down there enough. Went in there. There's been a lot of like batch 4s, like the Louisiana batch 4 I tried, phenomenal. Georgia batch 4 tried, phenomenal. Tried that first North Carolina batch, the first Massachusetts batch, some of the other stuff. And then, I've tried all the club stuff as well. But the Georgia 4 and Louisiana 4, I would grab in a heartbeat in terms of how they match for my palate. The North Carolina one, I would say, was one of my, and the Massachusetts one, which they said they kind of blended more with the idea that a lot of Massachusetts folks are more beer folks. When they blend to a state, they try to kind of figure out what the audience is there. So, they're good. They weren't, the Massachusetts and the North Carolina ones, I wouldn't say were in my wheelhouse. The Georgia 4, the Louisiana 4, the PLDC 4, and I think there was a couple of the other 4s, were anywhere from like really good to phenomenal.
Okay.
I think I would, for my palate, for what I tried, I think I would put Georgia 4 slightly ahead of Louisiana 4, and then there's quite a few things that are in third place, really damn good. But those two were like my top two of like the smaller state batches. Anything that's come out of the club that I've tried I've been extremely happy with. The rye that they did with the club is just wildly good. It's so different. It's at this point. So when I try something, it's not, I'm not somebody who can go ahead and say, oh, it's like when I had this from this and that from that. But there are things that you have, it's like, oh, this is sort of familiar. I don't know what it was, but I think I've tasted this before or something like this before. That club rye release, there's nothing that I've had that it struck a memory of. And it was just so damn good. But yeah, I mean the stuff that they're dropping now, yeah, they're hitting it.
Okay. We went to Justin's back in January, and he had a couple, 2 or 3 releases on top of a barrel head, which normally I'd have gone batshit crazy for, but I didn't know enough about it.
Yeah.
At the time,
I mean, Yeah, I mean there's supposed to be $200, and at $200, I would be inclined to grab most of what they drop. The Georgia and Louisiana 4s for me would be ones that, if I were to overpay for something for the batch releases, those would be the one. I mean, those ones just slapped for me. But I'm, again, along with having too many bottles of everything else, I'm getting to the point. I'm already actually past the point of having too many bottles of that particular brand. So I've had opportunities to grab those things at retail, and I'm like, yeah, you know what? I'm good.
yeah. Interesting, because I've wondered about that brand for a year since everything came back out and everything.
Yeah.
And I really liked what Sherry blended as Rise.
I mean, I'm in general on like the batch rye releases, because normally they'll drop them in pairs. and I've come to find out that often one is her blend, one is his blend, and I've tended to prefer the sweetness of her blend versus the spiciness of his. So like the batch 5 rye, the batch 7 rye,
God.
those are like
my God.
my top ryes.
How are you up?
What kind of shitty ass stream is this, by the way?
It is now.
Principle.
They'll let anybody on.
Jesus
Literally.
Christ, look at this. What a bunch of fucking degenerates this is right here. Look at this.
Yeah, that's fucking true.
Like, why the
Oh,
fuck
shit.
did I even click on this fucking link?
Hawk killed his stream and it shot 4 more videos.
This link that he sent me said was promising me some young Asian women, by the way. What the fuck
Yeah.
is this?
Russian
Fat old
bride.
white dudes here.
It was a choice between us and midget porn. So
What a fucking scam! What a scam this is right here.
Yeah, no
Jesus
kidding. Sorry about
and he
that.
clicked the wrong link.
Jesus Christ, gotta love fucking clickbait, right, Marty?
That's right, man. Thank God for AI.
Jesus, what's up, boys?
Holy shit. How you doing?
Well, not too
All right.
bad. Not too bad.
I had to spend my time over here instead of your channel tonight.
Oh, I don't blame you. Who wants this trash? gotta go where the goods are.
Oh, man.
That's just because Marty sent him free
I would just
booze.
Jason do some of the Russell stuff anyway. I know Jason did some of it last night, but
Yeah.
Some of your picks?
Less than 30 days. I'll be somewhere around 30 days. I'll be sending you pics from Dominican here soon.
oh yeah, you and Krista are going there. I forget where are you going
Yeah.
again.
We're going back to Sanctuary, Cap Cana.
Oh, that'll be nice.
And then actually next week I'm actually going to Florida with my son. We're going to the Players.
Oh, you are. That'll be fun.
Yeah, it's gonna be great.
That's a fun tournament too.
Yeah,
You'll have.
we'll be there. We're gonna go we'll be there for the first 3 rounds.
Oh, jeez. Like actual, not like practice rounds. You're just going for regular.
Yeah, we'll be there. We get in on Tuesday, and then Thursday, Friday, Saturday we'll be at the tournament. Yeah,
Cool. All right, that'll be awesome.
that's gonna be awesome. I'll send you some pics too.
Yeah, that'll be fun. So, what's going on, franchise? How you doing there, buddy?
Doing pretty well. Just
Looks like Corvette Trey is bored as shit with this group.
No, it's just been a really long day.
Trey's
he,
like,
ju-
what
he
the
jumped
fuck?
in 10 minutes ago and couldn't get a word
I've
in
actually got
edgewise.
long.
I mean, plus Trey's like, man, I've
Yeah.
been fucking sitting next to JG all night, so he's like, how fucking depressing is that?
It would be. It's depressing. I know. I'm so good looking to him, so it's. I feel sorry for him.
It's like Top Jimmy. We got to get that guy a fucking new T-shirt.
Hey, we can do that, Marty.
Well, you got to support goodwill.
Yeah.
Number 4.
Jesus
Said,
Christ.
fuck off, Bill.
Hey, Forgate. I just actually texted Bill today. I'm like, when are we going to hear a little more from Forgate? He said, hopefully soon. I don't know what that means, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see.
Marty, no joke. Today I went to the
Jesus.
I'll join you, Marty.
local store here, and they
Hell
had.
yeah, man.
All right, this is for
Man,
Travis.
I gotta go
This
get
is for
some.
Travis, the gun show. Here's the gun show, Travis. Here's the gun show, Travis.
All right. Look at this guy. Jesus. Look at these guys.
Here's the gun show.
This what a little whiskey will do to some adult men.
Damn
Well,
right.
you missed Travis last week, man. That guy was like showing us all his guns.
All right. How'd stuff go with Rarebird tonight?
It was great.
Horrible. He's a dumbass. He doesn't know shit about turkey. He needs to go to Bing. So I said, you need to learn fucking Knob Creek. Quit wasting your time on wild turkey.
Is that what he said?
No, he killed it, man.
He's awesome.
He's gonna be next week. He's gonna be Rare Creek.
Rare Creek. 120 proof.
Oh man.
Rare Creek Riff.
Oh fuck! I think Jonathan is. That guy isn't fucking
Oh,
passed out.
I've got to turn it off. Travis is getting hot.
Oh yeah. Jesus.
Fucking
So
Travis.
three Russells dropping 2 or 3 Hawk Friday.
Three Friday. Yeah, it'll be.
What are the bottle counts on those, Scott?
That's a good question. We haven't gotten that from Shem yet. I probably need to send him something tomorrow. I would imagine with them only being like close to like 9 years, I would imagine it's probably a pretty good count for all three, unless some of them leaked or something. But
Which one was that Corvette?
Can't see it.
Let me get them on.
Something
I went to my local store and said, make me a deal on these 4 dozens. Sitting on the bar.
If you get off that damn AOL dial up,
I know.
You've got mail.
oh man.
Yeah. I don't know. No, I went to a B&B, and these are at least from 2022, and some of them are older.
yeah, that
So-
one I had the toasted Kelvin,
But it's the
B&B 22. This is the Kelvin batch 4 that Bill signed because he lost a bet to me
Well,
at
I've
his
got
house.
I remember that night. Well, Bill was drunk as shit. I'm like, oh man,
dude.
Marty's gonna win this one.
How many pizzas did he order, Scott? Like
A lot.
15 for like 7 of us?
It was a lot. It was a lot of pizzas. I'm like, Jesus Christ. I'm like, do we each get 2 pizzas? Like, why are you ordering so much pizza for crying out loud? Jesus, it was a lot. Even
He said,
I remember he like sent me
Scott
something the
or
next day. He's
Jason
like, why do we have so many goddamn pizzas? I'm like, you ordered them all.
you asked him, and he said, well, the wife and kids will be home. I was like, okay, that's one.
I mean,
You know,
and they were 2 smaller kids and a wife. I'm like, how much pizza are they gonna eat? They eat this shit for like another year. Holy Christ. It was a lot of pizza.
I want to go.
That's that's what you do when you drink a lot of Forgate. So
Yeah.
I think we had the opportunity
Well,
to
I went
drink.
to the store today, and I wasn't going to buy anything, and these 4 gates have been sitting up there for several years, 5, 6 years. They hadn't sold them, and I said, "Make me a deal I can't refuse, and I'll take all 4 of them." And
wow.
they did. I mean, it was. I mean,
Man.
I don't know if you could have bought 2 for what I bought these 4 for.
Nice.
So,
Good for you. You probably got some good whiskey right that are a pretty good deal.
I know where our next blind's coming from.
Jesus.
yeah, Brand Down Under. That's the brand Down
Bourbon
Under.
Down Under. Yep.
I got the Andalusia Key Rye.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Like, no, you've got some good ones.
And then the Andalusia Key 2. And then Thomas Pick. So I'm excited about that one.
Yeah.
Marty, that's a Thomas Pick. Just up there.
Yep.
Yeah, they got and those the Andalusia Key, like those are some good rum barrels too. So
Well, I go in from time to time where they bought the store out and they kind of changed directions of what they carry and stuff. They've got stuff just starting to collect dust. And I just walk in and say, hey, make me a deal I can't refuse.
yep.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Yeah, I'm sure a lot of those things are just kind of sitting around collecting dust at this point.
well, they also had them priced really wrong. And that's the other thing, I mean, I walked in today and they had 2 of the Kentucky Owl Magistrates and from 3 years ago, I think. So, I mean, they just sit on stuff sometimes like that.
Yeah. Yeah, because really, they're only into it for like half of the cost, if that, So like, if they're selling it for $200, like if they just dump it for $100, like they're at least getting their money back, So
Yeah.
right. Good conversation.
Hey Scott, have you tried? Hey Scott, have you tried the new Maker's 7-year age-stated cast strength?
I have not. I saw that, but I have not. So, have you?
Yeah, it might sneak up on you good.
Oh, really?
Yeah, even Rarebird called that bottle out tonight as being a solid shelfer.
Hawk, are you out looking for the new Knob Creek releases? I know you loved them the other week.
Man, oh man, like whatever that was, man. It was just when I did that blind, man, that stuff was just not hitting very well. I love Knob Creek, and it was not drinking like that at all. Like one of them I had is like a younger bourbon, and it was like, I don't even remember which one. It may have been a 12-year, maybe even older. But I'm like, what is this stuff? Like, this shit's weird. It just there was something about it. It was not working last week or 2 weeks ago, whatever it was. But I love Knob Creek.
It's funny when you did that. Was it last week or week before?
2 weeks.
I did the same thing. I sent a Knob Creek 120 proof.
It's the same night, or
I
the same
did
night.
the same shit.
Yeah.
With these guys, and the only outlier was Knob Creek 12 cast strength. But I put like 4 or 5 Knob Creek picks in there.
Yeah.
And they were all really good. But they were mostly from like barrel to dump, and like bottle date was like 21s. So they hit really good. Me and Toby were on like 2 or 3 weeks ago, and I just went in the closet and put them all out and sampled them. Like, holy shit, are these good still or now?
Man, I don't know what it was. Like, I mean, really, I would say with Jim Beam, it's probably about the only thing that I drink from Jim Beam is the Knob Creek. But man, I don't know. It was just, what did I have? It was like Knob Creek, and what the hell was the other one that Paul had in there? Shit. Man, I can't remember. Shit. There was some older stuff, some older ones. What were those? What the hell were those other older ones that have been popping up lately?
The brown label?
No, it wasn't Knob Creek. It was another brand.
Yeah, I can't remember.
Oh, Elkwood. It was some of the Elkwood stuff. That's what it was.
Oh, Dickel.
And it was not working with some of those Knob Creek. Yeah, it was some of the Elkwood, I think. No, it wasn't Dickel. No, it wasn't Dickel.
No, it's
he's a fucking Dickel. Travis, he's probably drunk right now.
It was about a month ago with store in Michigan that I've been picking with. We went down, we did a Knob Creek pick, 127.4 proof, and then went down to Jack Daniels the next day, got a Coy Hill Rye that was the same proof. So those
identical.
Yeah, that was kind of wild. So those things will be coming out hopefully in the next month or 3. And then next week I'm going to the other side of Michigan to do rare character pick with the store that I've been picking with.
I had batch 14 of that last night, and it's pretty good.
Well, shit. Travis has to remind me I got to work tomorrow too, so I'm gonna take off.
Jay, thanks for doing this with us, buddy.
Yeah. No, thanks for having me. I'm like, again, I absolutely sucked at that blind, but that's nothing new. That's all right.
Hang on, Marty. Hang on, Marty. Like someone invited that guy on a fucking show on purpose.
Yeah, exactly. They wanted star power. That's
I see. Okay, I see.
Yeah.
Trying to have
someone's got to bring the glitz and glamour. We see that
when you're trying to have the most smart ass stream you can. JJ,
exactly. I mean, you got it.
If you're looking for that, this is a good group right here. That's a good group.
Yeah.
I mean, Yeah, I mean, like a Jerry Springer telethon, but whatever.
Hey, thanks for doing this. Thanks for doing the pick with us, man.
Good night, Jay.
you, buddy.
Good hanging with you, buddy.
Yeah, great seeing you guys.
See you, Jay.
I'll
See
see
ya.
you tomorrow. I'll see you tomorrow.
Good.
Later.
I'm not sure I've
He's
been
trying
in
to
a group of the biggest ball busters in quite some time. That's for sure.
That's funny.
Hey, Scott, did you get a kick out of my Pappy giveaway comment?
I did. I like that. Well, you won. So I told you before. I'm like, just take a sample out of your own Pappy. You won tonight. So
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah. You were the only entry. So congratulations on winning.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah. Let me know how that
I
is.
was hoping people that jumped in behind me was like, holy shit, he's giving away that 10-year. Let's chat it up.
Jesus, you should have seen some of that. You should have seen some of the comments and stuff. I mean, I knew I was gonna like fire up some Buffalo Trace taters, and these guys like were firing on all cylinders, man. These guys were so butthurt about me like talking about Weller. It was ridiculous. I'm like, holy shit, these guys.
Did you get you the Wellers?
Did what?
Did you get you the Wellers?
Did I get through them?
Well, like what did you have the Weller wise or that was?
Oh no, I
triggering
just had in general. Like I was referencing overrated bourbons, and I threw Weller in there as the full lineup, and all the taters came out like talking about how it was the greatest thing on the face of the earth, and I knew that was going to happen, and my thing was that I wasn't saying that the whiskey is necessarily like bad or like garbage, and I would never say that. I'm just saying, like, if you're gonna spend $600 or $700 on like a Weller single barrel, like you're borderline fucking insane. Like that's crazy. You like, you should not do that. Like that would be my recommendation.
That is a rational statement.
You know, but like some of them would be like, one guy was like, you're off your rocker. Weller is the greatest thing on the face of the earth, and I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna win this argument. Like this is just like not gonna work, you know, and that's fine. That's you can have your opinion. That's cool, but you know, like the Weller people came out of the woodworks. That's for sure. So
I think anything over MSRP is too much, and I mean even like blends right now, I think it's MSRP is way too much for what it is. And I love Weller. Like got me into the game. I mean, all these guys can tell you that's what got me into the game because I love it.
Yep. But don't spend $200 on an antique 107. Just don't do that. Like there's zero reason, in my opinion, to spend $200 on one of those bottles. You know,
I'll give you a great example of that, Scott. Was when we did hold on a minute, Trey. When we did the Cedarbrook pick 3 weeks ago, our control pour was Weller 107.
Yeah,
I mean it's on the Cedarbrook.
But I paid retail for that.
Yeah.
And what is retail like? $59?
And I mean,
it's right around there now, 55 to 60.
I literally just paid $59 in January.
Fine.
So, but I mean, I think that goes for any lineup. I mean, when you if you want to pay 10, 15, $20 over for a bottle you've been looking for and really enjoy, I get that. But once you start doubling the price of the bottle, I mean, there's so many more things out there I'd rather have.
I mean, I always tell people within 20% of retail is still retail. You're always going to see that variation, and to pay a little bit more, bird in hand, you will spend more time and money trying to grab something at retail versus if you get an opportunity to grab it at a little bit of a markup.
Yeah. I think that's a fair statement. But like some of these things. I would say this with like Blanton's. I know like it kind of gets shit on or whatever, but I think it's one of those bottles that, in my opinion, like at some point everybody should have a bottle so that they know like what the expectation of that bottle is. Like once you try it, at least then you know that it's not like drinking like, I don't know, like unicorn tears or whatever your expectation is or whatever, like you have a bar that's set, like, now, there's a cool bottle. It's a decent little whiskey, but you can now figure out where you need to go from there. So that's why, like Blanton's is one of those things where it's just kind of a gateway type of bourbon, it lets you know like where you need to go with things. So,
yeah.
Yeah.
It's a milestone that you have to go through.
yeah. I mean, how are you going to get blown away by a 93 proof bourbon, right?
Yeah.
Trey said he'll see us Thursday.
Yep. No, I guess back when COVID hit and the bourbon prices started going out of the roof, I had just moved. And, I kind of, when near the move, I kind of dwindled down my collection a little bit because I knew I was moving. So I thought I'll just replace it when I get where I'm going. And got up here and then COVID happened. And, there's bottles I didn't have for a long time because I wasn't going to pay over retail for them, And, around here, they can charge whatever they want. And some stores do, some stores didn't. And the ones that didn't, they didn't last long. And, I didn't really hunt, but if I was like today, I was in the store, those 4 gates were there. They weren't bad prices. They were, but it just needed to come down a little bit for me to buy them. And, I asked, they did it. But when I'm looking for, like, I like Weller's and stuff, but I haven't had the whole collection in forever just because you can't get it at retail. I've had a bottle of CYPB, had a bottle of the single barrel from time to time, but it's only when I can get it at retail.
Yeah.
Have you ever had William LaRue?
Yeah, but that comes with a special caveat. I get taken care of on that one.
Okay.
But even on that one, if they wanted to charge $300-400 for it, I don't know if I'd spring on it.
Well, I'd spend $300 or $400 on that bottle.
Mm-hmm.
If I would say this, like, I would save the fucking money that you're buying Weller and buy your like William LaRue Weller. Like, that's what I would do. I would buy like 3 of those, like not buy 3 of those bottles for one of those other ones, and just like the offset.
Yeah, no, I agree with you on that. If you're going to spend the money, go for something that's really good. Don't spend it on one that you get for under $100.
Yeah.
So you could probably get the new Green River like foolproof for like whatever $50, and like not have to spend whatever, I don't even know. Like, if you can get the antique 107 for $60, fine. But like if you're spending double that, like I don't think I would do that. But so
trying to see if I got.
Yeah. The only Wellers I have currently, I've got a couple 107s and I got a WLW.
Yeah, that's.
Oh yeah, you do have one.
Yeah,
there you go.
Well, I have several. That's my one. I've been able to get a bottle every year since 2000.
There you go. Nobody like Marty and fucking no one likes a show off, right?
Yeah,
that's okay. But I think in his defense, he will share it.
Yeah,
he will share it.
And I've cracked every single one of them. This is this from this year, and I've still got a little from last year that I sampled out. I'll open this one soon, but
yeah, it's a good.
My local store is taking care of me on that one. And I get it at retail every year. That's the only bottle I ever ask, like straight up, go, this is what I want, and they make sure I get one.
What is it going for retail now?
I paid $219 for it this year.
Man, fair enough. Take that shit all day long.
No, that's good.
That's a good deal.
Yeah. But I pass on I can't ask for everything they've got. I wish I could, and they take care of me pretty good. But like I said, I mean, when I quit hunting for things because prices got out of whack, I would just buy them as they came along, and surprisingly, the collection built up faster that way than when I went out hunting.
Yeah.
Just stopping in, But I also think that everyone coming out with picks and stuff, that kind of eases that need for another ball, especially when they've been as good as they have been the past year and a half.
Yeah.
The picks really, this past year was really good on picks.
Scott, what do you have coming on Rise?
Man, good
The
question.
New Holland, the Traverse City.
We have the Traverse City. We got the Walleye Run. That's going to be really, really soon.
What about the one out of Mississippi?
The Silver Springs that will come. What's that one, Mississippi?
Yeah. Oh shit! I can see the bottle.
Oh yeah, like our Crittenden. Yeah,
Crittenden.
Yeah. We've got that. It's all bottled. It just needs to be picked up. So we've got that. The Walleye Run, the Traverse City, off the top of the Silver Springs. So 4 of them before too much longer. So a lot of.
I agree with the Bourbon Engineer.
Yep.
Yeah, picks are the best.
Picks make it easy to drive by your liquor store.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's for sure.
Might be biased, but those Michigan ones are freaking amazing. That Walleye
Mark
Run
says,
is going to
"Good
be a
night, Horseman. Hello
monster.
again, whiskey friends. Hell yeah.
Those TCs,
Big
those
Vic, he's
TCs
drunk.
are going to slap.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Traverse City stuff, man. We went through a lot of stuff, didn't we?
Yes, we did.
We went through a lot of stuff. Like by the end of the day, there were some drunk people. There's no doubt about that. Like we went through a lot of different things.
There are some people that needed designated drivers. Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah, that's
I think
that. I mean, it was wild because I've done several picks at New Holland, and they've been great about letting you explore, trying a few more things. And I think our New Holland pick, I think we went through like 3 barrels. We were waiting on like some water or something. We went into that 4th barrel, and that 4th barrel was just it.
Yeah.
But then when we were at TC, since we were doing both the rye and a bourbon, we tried some more. We talked a little bit. We tried a few more things, and by the time it was all said and done, I mean the rye and the bourbon that we got from there were just I'm looking forward to them.
Yeah. And they were some of the oldest ones. I think we either had the oldest bourbon or oldest rye that they had released at the time, I believe.
Yeah. And I don't know if something might have squeaked out since that,
probably
since between when we picked it, something might have popped out, but yeah, because it seems to be exceedingly long between. I mean, we picked at the end of August.
Yeah.
And we're still waiting on those. But
it's been a little while.
Good things come to those who wait. But they were both high aged. If they might not have the title of being their oldest to date, they're still no one is going to be lacking if they grab one.
Yeah, no, it was definitely some of their oldest stuff, which was nice. It was nice to try those profiles that they had, and they were nice because, I mean, they were pretty generous in terms of like just letting us kind of go through what we wanted until we found something we really liked.
Yeah, shout out to Chris at Traverse City Whiskey Company. He's been amazing. I've had the pleasure of being on several picks up there, and every damn time he's making sure that you leave with something that you have full faith in.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey Scott, when are you doing the 13th colony again?
Man, it's a good. We've got to get that one on the book. So we're just trying to get that stuff like planned out. I think like when we get back to Georgia, like we're trying to make like, like maybe two or three things. Like maybe we'll try to do like ASW 13th colony and maybe do what's the other one? What's the other one that's just bottling stuff there? And they do like the bee's knees or whatever the hell that was.
Short barrel.
Short barrel. So maybe try to do those three or something like that. So
yeah, short barrel would be cool.
Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, we've not done anything with them before at all. So they've asked, but we just haven't done anything. So. And those two are close. Like ASW and short barrel are very close to each other. So 13th colony, that place is in the middle of nowhere.
How far is it from Atlanta?
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, I don't remember it being that far, but it was. I remember a lot of freaking pecan trees. Still,
yep.
I think he meant. I think he meant, "Are you still alive?"
Yeah, that's probably the truth.
I mean, it works either way.
Yeah.
See that, like 3.5 men. You guys, you've been going strong. Are you guys going for an all nighter or what? 3.5 hours in. Jesus.
About 11:30.
I'm in pace.
We're lucky
Trying to keep up with days.
all.
Man, I'm on extended time.
I didn't know if I was coming on tonight.
Did you guys all do the blind?
Yeah, I was.
Tonight? What
worked all day.
What was the blind?
Gary Toby, and Top Jimmy.
JG.
Sorry.
Yeah, that was wild for having in my mind, because 3 of the 4 were bookers, and having in my mind what bookers is. Nothing struck me as it. And again, I don't know if that's the power of suggestion when other people had said kind of what they thought it might have been, or that it might have been finished, that it just so put it off the radar. But even going back after knowing what it was, they weren't hitting. And maybe it's just what I ate tonight. They weren't hitting me with what with what's in my mind as bookers.
I'll be honest, Gary, when I threw that Old Forester barrel proof bourbon in there, I thought it would come in last. Because they normally finish so hot that they're not good. But that one, and then Trey, we started talking about, it's like, holy shit, this is good.
When those blue labels are good, they're phenomenal. It's just there's just so many. I don't want to say there's just so much hot trash that you have to get through to get to them, but there's so much hot trash that you got to get to get to them.
Yeah.
But the ryes are almost by.
Yeah, I mean,
which is strange, but no, I love the ryes.
Same.
Do they do pics of the ryes? Do they do any of those?
Not that I'm aware of.
No.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
Yeah, you do the 100 proof or.
Yeah, man, the 100 proof is like way better than the cast strength one for sure.
I've yet to have a bad 100 proof. The worst 100 proof I ever had was really damn solid.
Yeah.
And that was the worst one I've ever had. Just they've been consistently really damn good. But yeah, the blue labels, I don't know if it's like 20 to 30% of them are good, and the majority of them are they're just drinking lava to me.
I wonder if, like, with it being a little bit younger and like the heat cycling that they do is like causing that like kind of like heavy ethanol like that to kind of come out in their whiskeys or what.
I would think that and the age statement would play a big role on the heat.
It's not. I mean, it's not overly aged stuff. That's the thing. None of their stuff is. I mean, outside of the birthday bourbon, like they don't have big ages on anything. You know.
Yeah. And it doesn't have the time to like get the character along with the proof. I mean, like when you get like the Elijah Craig barrel proof, like the A120, the C919, that are, you know, they're mid-high 130s, and there's just so much flavor, so much richness to those ones.
Yeah.
And you know, they'll smack you around with the proof, but it's worth the ride.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have any of you guys heard like why they didn't release like an Elijah Craig barrel proof A126 bourbon?
I just figured we're just still waiting for it to release, but I guess
Exactly.
you know it's March, so
I mean, like we're almost closer to the B batch now than we are the A. So I was wondering that, like, since I know you did the review of the rye the other day, but I was wondering if maybe they just offset it and just said we're just gonna like pass on the bourbon and just release the rye.
I wonder if maybe they'll just alternate between the rye and the bourbon then.
That'd be kind of a good idea, honestly.
yeah, I agree. Especially if it's this rye is a banger. It's really good. It's not.
Yeah, it really is.
It's not the bottle your own that we did at the Blitz. It's still better, but this is really good for what it is.
Yeah, that Blitz rye that they put out, man, that thing was good.
Yeah. 132, 36. What was it?
I thought it was like 133 or something. I thought somewhere around.
Yeah,
there.
It was ridiculous.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I was going from getting every Elijah Craig barrel proof release to I bought the was it the C923? I bought that one, and I haven't bought one since. The only Elijah Craig barrel proof I've gotten since was the one that we got from the Blitz. But I've got from A117 all the way through like A121. I've got every batch, but it's like I get, like anything, you get to the point of like I'll never get through what I have. And,
well, that's me, Gary.
If it's not something that's a banger, there's no point in.
Yeah, it's like if you throw in all the single barrel picks I've got, and I go back to 17 or 18. I don't have them all, but I started around then. I've got like 34 bottles of Elijah Craig. Like, I mean, that's more than most people's collection of anything.
Yeah.
So.
They probably would benefit on like kind of alternating. That would be a good idea. Just alternate. Like we don't need 3 releases of bourbon like per year from them. We don't probably need that. Just alternate. That'd really be a good idea.
And with where the market is right now, and with people bitching about them not having things at 12 plus years, why not?
Did you guys see they're supposed to like release like a 12-year-old Heaven Hill like white label or something like that? I just saw the other day it's gonna be some 12-year age stated Heaven Hill. Looks a lot like the looks like a lot like the bottle of the Heaven Hill bottle and bond, but it's a 12-year age stated bourbon. I'm like, man,
I saw about the 22-year.
Yeah.
Yeah, this was a 12-year. This was a 12-year age stated one.
I mean, I'd be interested in that. I mean,
it was the problem was it was pricey. I think it was like $200.
Yeah.
I'm like, holy Christ! I'm like, I don't know where they're going with this. Like, I mean, do we really need Elijah Craig barrel proof at 12 years? 12 years old now. I mean, for $200, like I don't know where we're going.
Well, there's your answer to where A126 went. It went into a different bottle at $200.
That's what made me think. I'm like, man, I wonder if they're just like pausing this and they're gonna try to like, I don't know, like for Heaven Hill, it's kind of odd because they're not really, I would say huge in the whole money grab thing. Like I know they still have their special things, but like they don't just like send out these different releases all the time for like a bunch of crazy prices or whatever. So it was weird to see this thing just kind of pop up like it did.
They got that new distillery. I mean, and it's beautiful if you haven't been there. It's gorgeous, but that it wasn't cheap. I guarantee you that. But I agree with you. I love Heaven Hill and a lot of the stuff they do, and it is kind of off kilter for them to come out with something like that at that price.
Yeah, I mean, when I saw it, I'm like, oh, that's gonna be kind of cool. Like, what's the price? I was like scrolling down, I saw like $199.99. I'm like, oh Jesus, like I don't know. If that's gonna it was from a Rick that I think they're closing, so I think that was maybe something they're trying to tie this whole thing in together. But I'm like,
is it the one the last bit of juice from that one to the new one? Is that bottle? Is that what you're talking about?
Or is it the Deetsville one?
Oh, maybe it was Deetsville. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe that's what's closing. That's the 12-year age stated one. Maybe it was Deetsville. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I think you're right. Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah. Yeah. Because their Unity bottle was the same price. That was the first distillate and the new distillery with a bunch of old barrels from the old one. They put it together. And the blend had up to 34 years of age in it. And that was probably just a drop, but just so they could say it was in there. But
yeah.
And it was good.
I know they're shutting that one down. Yeah, $200 though. Like,
yeah, really.
I mean, you know what everyone's going to default to. They're going to be like, well, you gave us Elijah Craig 12-year for a longest time for $65 or $70. Now you want me to spend, $200 on a 12-year age stated from Deetsville. Like, I don't know who's going to want to do that,
But then everybody will.
Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly. It'll sell out. Yeah.
Hey, Hawk, do you have a release
will be
date?
there like 3:30 in the morning waiting in line for it.
No kidding. Every Friday. Yep. Hey, Hawk, how quick will the new riff be dropped?
Well, that's a good question. I don't know.
I don't know
what their timing. I have no idea. It was the first time we've done one, so I don't know what their timing is going to be like.
Were you there for it?
No.
Have you tried the pick?
No.
Yeah. Okay.
No.
How's your tastings going? You still doing that?
Yeah, I do. I do several of them actually. It's a lot of fun. So most of it's all private stuff. So and,
sure.
and then a few through like Patreon. I try to do like one, maybe every couple months with all the Patreon stuff or whatever it may be, which is fun to do. So different distilleries and stuff. We just did the Old Glory one. I don't know, last week or two ago, something like that. Maybe a couple weeks ago. So,
hey guys, stay right here. I'm gonna end the live. We'll hang out for a minute. Everybody, thanks for watching. We will be live Thursday with the judge pick on Legends of the Oak. It'll be here on Whiskey Nose and on Legends of the Oak. So tune in for that. And then 2 weeks from today will be the anniversary 5-year stream for my dumbass channel. So we'll have a bunch of killer bottle giveaways for that. And then next Tuesday will be Paul P., Dave Vogelsang, and Toby doing a blind. And guys, you're always welcome. Just send me an email if you want to be part of the blinds. I'll be happy to get those to you. But guys, thank you for joining. Gary, thank you for being part of this.
Thank you. I might have a new video dropping. I might not. I don't know until I know.
If you're the world's worst, we don't need to know any schedule. So
because there is none.
That's how that shit works, guys. We'll see you all right here Thursday night at 9:00. Cheers. Whiskey may not solve all your problems, but it's worth a shot. We'll see you soon.
Cheers, guys.